Well, there you see the chip count. Marvin Karlins, the amateur, 74-year-old out in front with about $3.7 million in play. That's what they're playing for. The winner tonight taking home over $375,000.
There's the beautiful Hublot watch. Goes to the champion. Down to the table we go where the antes are 5,000. Blinds are 20 and 40. Action on Ryan Dunn. 29 years old, the non-professional. He quickly folds.
Jake Schwartz, the youngest player at the table, at 24 from New York, folding.
Tyler Patterson not going to play, and so here we go around to the chip leader, Marvin. No, he's not going to play.
And Zamani with the ace high.
So I got to set the tone, right?
That's the way it's going to be, eh? You and I.
Make sure we're left off. You know, first hand.
Okay. I thought you were mellow and
Stan Jablonski says, we're going to start that way. You're going to raise me already, right?
We should play show one every hand. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Winner shows one card.
Okay.
And Stan's going to let Ben get it.
Pick one.
It has to be random. It has to be random. It has to be random, too.
I'm not in for that.
You're not in for that?
I'll show one for sure. I don't like random.
No, you get to pick. If you win the hand, you pick. I just let him pick because I wanted to pick.
Well, Ben suggested that they show one card. He's the first to do it.
You're the last person I'd expect that idea to come from.
Sounds like a good
And as you
idea.
saw, Jake Schwartz quickly agreeing. So the two young pros at the table trying to get everybody to show as many cards as they can to pick up info. What do you think of it?
You got to love it. Okay, on to the next hand after Ben took the first one. Jake Schwartz going out. Tyler out into Marvin Karlins.
Look at his little duck in front of him, Vince. You got to love it.
Yes, they call him the Duckman.
This guy just plays poker as a hobby. He loves it.
150.
Just took it up 4 years ago.
He's got a pair of nines, raises it to 150 to go. Everyone folding. Now it's around to Ryan Dunn.
For you.
Excuse me, Vince.
Oh no, what was that?
He's got two ducks.
You coming here with props, Mike? Oh no. All right, he's called with the deuces. Let's go to the flop.
Oh boy, the ducks are really quacking now. He's flopped three of a kind. He checks, and Marvin checks right behind him.
The queen on the turn. Ryan Dunn, the non-professional, flopping a set, and now he's coming out to bet. Yep, 150.
Marvin going nowhere, even with the two overcards out there.
300.
Not only not going anywhere, he's raising, Vince.
Interesting move.
Man, it's not going to work, as we know, because Ryan has three deuces.
800.
Yeah, he's going to come right back over the top for another $500,000, just in case the Duckman had some kind of flush draw or straight draw here.
The Duckman still the chip leader, but it must be sickened by this one.
Good bet.
And Marvin Karlins has to let it go. The flying Duckman flies out of that.
The Duckman got out his little as well and saluted his opponent who had the ducks.
It's got to be a long night, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, boy.
Moving on, Tyler Patterson now picking up a little pair of threes. In first position.
Tyler, the last bounty standing in this tournament.
Yep, he makes it 95 to go. Duckman going to take a breather. Ben Zamani out. And Stan, the jet ski man, going away. Around to Ryan. He's got ace-7.
Wow, that's a strong play, Vince. He is re-raising out of the small blind, meaning he's out of position. Coming right over the top of Tyler here with just an ace-7 offsuit.
Jake going out. Now Tyler, with the pair of threes, will see the flop.
Hope to flop a three where you can bust a guy.
Let's see, no three. King 7 deuce.
Yeah, Ryan now has the best hand. A middle pair with top kicker. He was going to make a continuation bet, whatever hit out there, but
160, yeah.
feels better they caught a part of it.
Yep, and Tyler can't compete. So Ryan Dunn, the environmental driller, having a nice strong flurry in the beginning. On to the next hand, a quick fold by Stan. Let's see if Ryan likes this. Nope. Goes out. Jake Schwartz out.
Over to Tyler.
King 6 will make a raise to 90,000. Into the Duckman, Marvin Karlins, and let's take a look at his cards.
Oh no.
Oh,
Vince, sorry. Got to do it.
pair of deuces. We call them the Ducks.
400.
And he loves that. He's going to raise it. And everybody goes out.
You won.
Which one you showing, Duckman?
Take a shot.
The Ducks coming to play, Vince.
Okay, a bunch of folds, and now around to Marvin, the Duck man who loves to play deuces.
100.
He's the chip leader. He's got queen 10 right now. He makes it 100,000 to go. Ben out.
Stan looking at the 6 deuce. He's got some money invested, so he's going to make a call here. And what a nice flop it is for Stan. He's flopped a flush draw and a gut shot straight draw, but he checks. Marvin misses the flop.
175.
Well, he's going to make a continuation bet here.
175.
Well, Stan is going to check raise here. You can see he's looking to grab the big stack of chips over there. And there it is.
675 total.
Let's see how Marvin go any farther with his hand.
Good bet.
Conceding right there, mucks it.
Go on.
So Stan Jablonski.
Deuce.
No way.
No way. I don't believe it.
Get ready.
Yeah, he shows the deuce of hearts.
Nobody believed it that he had a deuce and check raise with a deuce there, but he did.
Well, Stan Jablonski has made $1.3 million in live earnings. Pretty good for a guy that has a jet ski business. All right, to the action we go. Quick fold by Jake Schwartz. Tyler Patterson.
Over to the chip leader, Marvin Karlins. He's 74 years young.
100,000.
And he's got king, queen of hearts, and he will raise to 100,000 to go. Ben Zamani is going to make a call with an 8-5.
Well, he's on the button in position, makes the call. Stan now getting a good price to make the call, but opts not to with the ace-3 of hearts. A little surprised at that. Ryan just going to make the call with a 5-4. So we're going to have three-way action here. And the flop comes king 6-3 rainbow. Marvin with top pair, 2 kings, but Ryan, as you can see, with an open and straight draw. He's going to lead right out and bet with it.
He sure is. 130. And wow, just like that.
Yeah, 500,000. So leading right out has backfired here for Ryan. And that he could get raised right out of this pot here, and for $500,000, that could likely happen. That's the bet by Marvin.
And Ryan thinking to himself, why did I have to lead out? Make that investment. Do I really want to draw here?
Now, obviously Ben got out of the way, but Ryan now. Does he want to gamble with the open-end straight draw? Geez, why didn't I just check and call the guy? I might have hit the straight and beat him. Now they're showing a card here, of course, because they made an agreement early on at this final table. Everybody that wins a pot will show one of their 2 cards. It's an interesting dynamic to this final table.
Back to the felt we go. Action on Stan. Stan is originally from Buffalo, New York.
Well, he loves playing on the World Poker Tour. This is his hobby, and he said with the money he wins here tonight, he's just going to have a better time in Montreal, our next stop on the World Poker Tour. He'll be there.
All right, well, Stan folds his hand. Now Ryan Dunn with a little suited connector. Apparently likes it. Enough to raise 100,000 to go. Jake Schwartz going out.
Over to Tyler. He's getting out raising chips here. He is going to 3-bet here with the ace-10 offsuit.
Yeah, he's got the button, so he's got position. Duckman goes out. Zamani not going to play. Nice raise into Ryan Dunn, who has done well so far tonight. Will he give this a call?
Well, you want to see a flop with it, but
We'll see one of
still
those.
the guy's 3-bet. It's just 5 high. Ryan opts just to give it up, so
I just have it.
Tyler's going to show the ace.
he's demonstrating that he's only 3-betting with premium hands. Most guys like to show the weaker of the 2 cards, but Tyler changing the strategy there.
Yeah, there's Tyler's girlfriend, Carolyn Wilson, in the audience. She's got to be proud. Tyler's going to fold the next hand. Marvin going out. Ben Zamani not playing.
Stan also folding. Over to Ryan now. He looks down to 2 3s. He just got 3-bet out of the pot a minute ago by ace-10. Oh, and look at this, Vince. Jake Schwartz picks up ace-10, this time suited.
He's on the short stack at this point.
I'm all in.
Yeah, he's going to push all in.
I had a feeling that was coming. How much is it?
Into Ryan,
Yeah, like 1.1.
the environmental driller.
I call.
He's going to make this call.
Well, we have the race. As he makes the call with 2 threes. Jake can't believe he called with 2 threes. And he's wincing because he knows he's hitting the rail if he doesn't win this race.
This is huge, guys.
Well, we just never cease to say it, Vince, because it's so true. To win tournaments, you got to win races. Who's going to win this one?
Yeah, big moment for Jake Schwartz right now.
All right, let's see the flop.
Here we go with the flop.
Oh, great flop for Jake. He's flopped a pair of 10s to take the lead.
They would have gone all in on the flop anyways.
You're just open chipping and I'm calling, right?
Ben folded a 3, which means Ryan now has just 1 out to win this pot. Must catch the case 3.
Yeah, turn card is a 5 of clubs, no 3. So Ryan Dunn, long shot to knock out Jake Schwartz.
1 outer.
All right, let's see the river.
Can he make a 3 appear? No, it's a deuce of diamonds.
What a sweat, though, right?
So the New Yorker, Jake Schwartz, going to double up.
I saw it was a diamond. I saw it was a diamond.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Back down to the money pit. It's going to be on Marvin Karlins. Quickly folds his hand. Ben Zamani lives in Boca Raton, Florida. He's 29. He won't play. And now on Stan.
Well, he's out as well, so over to Ryan Dunn, who looks down at King Jack on the button.
From Tallahassee, non-professional. Likes his hand.
Well, just limps in, doesn't raise.
That's
with it, though.
interesting, yeah.
It might be good he didn't, because right behind him, Jake has picked up a pair of 10s. And he's certainly going to raise with these, especially after a guy limps in on the button.
That's right. King Jack doesn't raise with the button after everybody folds, so he's disguised the strength of his hand so far. And here comes the raise by Jake, of course. Moves it up to 175 to go. Back on Ryan. He will make this call.
Ryan calls. Flop.
Let's see if he gets lucky on this flop. Yes, he does, as a king 4-3 appears.
It's the kind of flop that if you're sitting in Jake's seat, you understand that only kings can beat you here. And it goes check, check.
Oh, only gets better as a jack hits. So Ryan now with 2 pair.
Jake checks.
Well, again, Jake checks. And I don't think Ryan will be checking anymore. Probably thinking his opponent's got something like ace-10. Give him a free draw to straight, but in fact, it's 2 10s. Ryan is going to bet. It's like 160,000 here. Now, if you're sitting in Jake's seat, the guy didn't bet on the flop, so you don't put him on a king.
Right.
Maybe hit a jack on the turn, but Jake is making the call to find out.
Deuce of clubs on the river.
Well, possible straight, possible flush out there now.
375.
Jake is going to check a quick bet here of 375,000 by Ryan, and I promise you, Jake is going to have a dilemma here as to what to do. Because Ryan checked on the flop, you don't put him on kings. Would he really value bet a pair of jacks with a possible flush and straight out there? What do you do with 2 10s here? I'm telling you, Jake's got a problem.
Yep, be a great fold.
I call.
Oh, he's going to call it. Oh, he's stunned.
Well, he says, oh, wow, for a couple reasons. Wow, you didn't raise before the flop. Wow, you didn't bet on the flop.
There's a good mix-up play by Ryan Dunn.
Well, there you see Ryan's wife, Heather, rooting her man on.
Yeah, he's playing some very sneaky poker for a non-professional.
So just like that, he almost got all the money back. He just lost the previous pot.
Yep.
So easy come, easy go. At least that's what Jake's saying right now.
On to the next one. Jake taking it back a little bit. He's still trying to figure out that last hand. Will fold an ace high. Tyler also out, and now Marvin.
Marvin looking down at ace-6 of clubs.
175.
Mitch Marvin looks a lot like a guy we used to play a lot of poker with. Frank Mariani.
Yep, he does.
450.
Part owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, Jerry Buss's best friend back in the day. And Marvin going to raise it up here.
But Ben behind him with king 10 of spades has re-raised to 450.
Call.
And now back on Marvin. We'll make this call. We'll see 3 cards for sure. Oh, look at this flop, Mike. 6-5-3, 2 spades.
We could see some action here. Ben has flopped the flush draw. Marvin's got the top pair with top kicker.
Marvin's going to come out with a bet. 550.
See how Ben is going to play his flush draw.
All in.
Oh, wow. He's just going to push all in. Putting the pressure back on Marvin Karlins, the flying Duckman.
Yeah, tough decision now. Fearful the guy's got an overpair here in this spot. Could have a flush draw with overcards.
No, I've folded.
And he is going to lay it down. Going to give the pot up to Ben Zamani. Now he has to show one of the cards, so.
But whatever one he shows you, you either think he's got a pair of that or he's got the flush draw, either of which you're the underdog to.
6 players battling at Best Bet. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Yeah, total prize pool of close to $2 million here tonight at Best Bet. Blinds at 25 and 50. Action on Marvin. And he goes out. Now Ben Zamani, our chip leader with a Jack-10.
Well, a lot easier to play these kind of hands when you have the chip lead.
He has raised it, makes it 130 to go, but right behind him, Stan Jablonski picking up a pair of aces at the right time. You gotta love it. The jet ski man
300.
with the gigantic hand makes it 300,000 to go. Doesn't want to scare anybody out. Ryan folds. Jake out. Tyler out.
Just you and I, Ben.
I see that.
You just got all those chips from Marvin. Be good to hang on to him.
One stack yellow, right?
Not even a stack.
And then Stan with a little table talk. He's trying to induce a call here, of course.
Heavy side.
All right, that one got me.
Whoa!
Well, Ben picked up on it and he goes out.
Yeah, Stan has talked his man out of calling.
Which one?
The far one.
That one?
Yeah.
That one?
No.
Good fold.
You know, once in a while in poker, you're better off just to dummy up, Vince, and just hope they play rather than talk them out of the pot. Especially if you have aces. But, you know, Stan, very fun-loving, talkative guy anyway, but...
Moving on. Couple folds. And now Marvin. Ooh, he has a pair of jacks.
200,000.
Makes it 200,000 to go.
Pretty healthy raise here with 2 jacks.
Ben Zamani. King 6 of clubs. Won't play it.
Stan out as well. Ryan with the suited connectors. We all love to see flops with these kind of hands. In the pot for the big blind, but still costs him another 150,000 to call, but he does it.
Yeah, he's going to splash around. He's up against jacks. Let's see if Ryan can get lucky as a 7-4-4. That's unlucky because he hits top pair. He's going to check.
500,000.
Well, Marvin boldly announces 500,000.
It could look like ace-king, ace-queen, or is it an overpair? Ryan's got to figure this out.
This looks like a standard continuation bet, and Ryan
Oh, yeah.
is going to make the call here. As the cards lie, he's going to need a 7 to win this pot, probably. 2 runners to make a straight, but Ryan in bad shape. Now 10 comes off. I'm sure you're going to check to the...
All in.
Wow. And a quick all-in here by Marvin, and this is going to really make the situation tougher but more crystal clear to Ryan. He knows if he plays this pot and loses it now, he's out in 6th place.
I think it's a pretty easy lay down. You give credit to Marvin if he was bluffing you, and there you go. He's going to lay it down.
So the Duckman wins the pot.
Where do you come up with these gazoos? What do you have? Where are these props coming from, Mike?
Vince, I have people. They tell me who's at the final table. I get things done.
Long night. Goes to a $2 million prize pool. And Ben Zamani is our chip leader. But let's go to the felt. It's on Stan Jablonski. The jet ski man quickly folds his hand. Ryan Dunn out of Tallahassee.
He's got a Jack-8 offsuit. I think he's been the most aggressive player at the table so far. He's going to continue that aggressiveness here, raising with the Jack-8 offsuit.
Yeah, nicely done by the non-professional player. Everyone going out. Now it's around to Ben, our chip leader.
He picks up ace-10. Now Ben going to make the call here.
Yeah, Brian Dunn looking over saying, uh-oh, what did I get myself into? Here's the flop. It's a 7-3 deuce. No help for Ryan.
Action on Ben. He's going to check.
Does Ryan have the nerve to make the continuation bet?
Well, you have to with Jack-8.
There you go. He's going to put it out there. 135.
Wow, that's pretty impressive here. Ben didn't even consider folding. Ben calls him with the ace-high.
Doesn't believe Ryan. Ryan's sickened by that, but he hits the 8.
Well, Ryan went from stone bluffing to now has top pair. Ben checks again, and here comes Ryan. Now betting for value.
Gotta love a 280. And Ben.
Well, he didn't think he hit any of the flop, and now he doesn't think an 8 helped him either, so he's going to call again here in the turn.
Floating around, but now he's behind. Going to the river, and it's a jack, making 2 pair for Ryan Dunn.
Yeah.
Ben's gonna check. And that's a beautiful thing when you're trying to bluff off the hand, and all of a sudden you start hitting cards.
All in.
Be a little bit much for Ben to stand now. Might have paid off a smaller bet and may still pay this one off. We'll see.
There's a little advantage that he'll get to see one of the cards. That's what they're doing here tonight. They're showing at least one card for uncalled hands.
Well, you just wouldn't ever put him on ace-king or ace-queen here, thinking he'd just check on the river, but you're wondering.
Ben finally does the right thing.
Here's where you wouldn't want to show one.
Yeah, now you don't want to show it because you got 2 pair.
Well, they made a deal,
There you
Vince.
go.
And one card is all it takes to beat Ben Zamani in that hand, so he now feels good about laying it down.
And we move on. Ryan Dunn looking like a star here tonight. Action on Tyler Patterson. Quick fold by him. And Marvin the Duckman with Queen 10. Just gonna call. And right behind him, Ben Zamani with a very strong ace-king.
Just got burned a bit with the ace-10. See what it does with the ace-king. Well, he's going to raise it here.
160 to go into Stan Jablonski, who has an ace-queen. He says all in.
All in. Ryan fold.
Ryan out. Jake folding.
Good luck, Stan.
Thank you.
Marvin not gonna play, so
Why can't I get the good luck?
pretty auto call. Ace-king.
Well, good luck to you.
There it is.
His license state.
Makes the call, shows the hand, and Stan Jablonski, jet ski man, in a lot of trouble.
Just need a queen.
Well, that's exactly the hand that Ben was hoping he would turn up, his ace-queen.
You finally have a hand, Ben. You finally have a hand. Duckman. I need some of the Duckman luck here now. I need the Duckman luck.
Second time at the final table, Stan Jablonski.
Okay.
In a lot of trouble.
Just a queen one time.
Well, Stan needs to draw out to stay alive in this tournament.
Okay, I think it's gonna be ugly, but what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
There's going to be a queen. There's going to be a queen of hearts.
Queen of hearts. Duckman's calling for the queen of hearts.
He says, I feel the queen of hearts coming. A lovely lady.
Can he be correct?
One time.
Here comes the flop. It is a
No, it's gonna be a
10,
river. I
6
know it's gonna
deuce.
be a
Not
river.
good for Stan.
It's a good flop for you.
Jet ski man is leaking
Say-
oil at this point.
You're in or what? What do you think?
You know the percentages.
50-50. Either
Exactly.
it comes or it doesn't.
Exactly.
Okay, I gotta do a will fail. I gotta get down there low and, peel it out. One of those, Okay, dealer, you can do it.
Still
One time.
hope, Stan believing. Here's a queen.
Ben,
He's hit
it
the
is a
queen.
queen.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Either it comes or it doesn't.
But Stan felt a queen was coming. Bam, there it was on the turn. Can he hold?
Crowd is stunned. I'm stunned. Going to the river. One more card. Stan has to sweat out.
Well, that's a 3.
Yep.
So there you go.
Duckman.
Stan has outdrawn Ben to stay alive in the tournament. He just can't believe it.
The old guy's gotta do it, right?
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
With the WPT Champions Cup and the nearly $400,000 first place prize still up for grabs, we're sure to see plenty of action here tonight. So let's get down to it.
Well, there you see the chip count. Marvin Karlins, the 74-year-old recreational player, out in front with 3.3 million. That's what they're playing for. The winner taking home over $375,000.
Yes, and on top of that, they get the gorgeous Hublot watch. The champion will win. Every poker player's dream. Let's go to the felt. Blinds at 25 and 50 with a $5,000 ante. Marvin Karlins, the flying Duckman, quickly folds. And now Ben Zamani, tough poker pro out of Boca Raton with King 10 of spades, will make it 105 to go.
Stan, Jablonski going out.
I'll probably be out the door before you will.
Get out of here.
Ryan Dunn, who's a non-professional player out of Tallahassee.
But he's been the most aggressive player at this final table thus far, and look at this. Most people, when someone raised in front of me, would just quickly jettison an ace-6 offsuit. But Ryan going to 3-bet with it.
Yep, makes it 220 to go. Jake Schwartz out. Tyler Patterson out of Scottsdale. Tough professional player. Won't play around this time. And now Ben Zamani's going to re-raise.
He's 4-betted here with the King 10, Vince.
335, putting the pressure on Ryan Dunn. He's got to fold the hand.
Ben takes down the pot. Just like he could see through the back of the cards there, Vince, the way he played that one.
All right, right back to it. Ben Zamani this time with a pair of eights. Ben's got a World Series of Poker bracelet to his name. He's made close to 2.5 in poker earnings. He's going to raise. 105 to go. Stan owns a jet ski company.
Yeah, I got the Queen 10 of clubs, but opts not to play it.
Now Ryan Dunn, this time with a decent ace-5 of clubs.
Well, we know Ryan likes to play pots. We've seen that. And he's going to play this one. He makes the call.
Jake Schwartz from New York out. Tyler not going to play that one. And now Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin, 74 years old from Riverview, Florida, lays it down.
We're going to see a flop. Eights versus ace-5. And the flop is a King 10 deuce.
What do you do if you're Ben here? 2 overcards out there. The guy called a pre-flop raise. Well, Ben has the 2 eights. He's going to make a continuation bet and hold his breath with the 2 overcards out there.
Yeah, just hoping against hope. Ryan did not catch. First time ever playing in a WPT tournament. Ryan Dunn been very impressive so far. Trying to stare down his man, and he's going to release this one.
So a nice continuation bet by Ben there to win that pot. Zamani from Boca Raton, Florida. Originally from Germany. It's his 9th WPT cash.
You got like 50 years to win one of these. You know, Duckman and I, we got about 40 only.
Next hand, Ryan Dunn. This time, even Ryan can't play a Jack-3. Jake Schwartz with King-Queen.
He's definitely going to play that, and he's going to raise it right here to 105,000.
Tyler with ace-3.
Likes to play and get involved, but just not with this kind of hand.
Oh, wait a moment, folks. This is a dramatic hand.
And now Marvin Karlins.
Come on, we got to get... That was wimpy. What do we got here? Oh, you already got a big bet out.
King 10. And he won't play that. Ben Zamani, though, picks up ace-4. Seems interested.
Wow.
He has raised to 325 to go.
Let's see, 4-bet a minute ago with just a King 10. Now he's 3-betting it here with just an ace-4. He won the last pot. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's going to win this one too.
Top one, top
Now,
one.
which one do you show, the ace or the four?
Come on. Oh.
Shows the 4.
Ooh, Jake not happy seeing that 4, Vince. Feels like he got outplayed there. That means everybody knows the best he could have was 2 4s, and yet he still 3-bet the hand.
Yeah, guys, very playful here at the final table.
All right, Tyler Patterson, the lone remaining bounty left in this tournament. Gonna raise the pot here.
Marvin, the Duckman, has picked up a whopper. Ace, king of diamonds, big slick.
500,000.
And he's going to move it up to 500,000 to go.
That is a healthy raise of 385,000.
Everyone folding,
including Tyler. So the Duckman takes down the pot.
Now, he's a great unorthodox player. Marvin Karlins, the Duckman, would be the oldest player in the history of World Poker Tour if he should take down this title at 74 years old. Let's go to the felt action on Tyler Patterson. Quickly folds the hand.
Now back over to Marvin.
Looks at a Jack-7. Won't play that. Ben out. Stan Jablonski. King
I was
high.
expecting the snap fold.
So, battle of the blinds. Ryan Dunn.
For more than 2 seconds.
Oh, with a nothing 5 deuce. Will he get fancy with it?
Ryan, you can fold here. There you go.
Oh, I got the deuce
Jake
3
Schwartz
again.
on total tilt now. The first ground skinner we've had all night, meaning everybody folded to the big blind, and Jake looks down and finds 2 aces. Ben, sometimes even when you win the pot, you're sick as a
I was
dog.
gonna say that's not very good acting, Jake.
Jake Schwartz from New York, living in Atlanta now, 24 years old.
You're just so frustrated when nobody plays the pot in front of you when you got 2 aces in the big blind.
It makes you so happy at the table, too, when you dodge that bullet. All right, into Marvin. He goes out this one. And Ben has a pair of 4s. And he's going to raise to 150. Stan goes out.
Well, back to Ryan. It's time the 5-4, throws it away. And Jake Schwartz has the 2 3s.
Wow, he's going to go all in with it. He's on the short stack.
Now action back to Ben. Now we can see he's got him totally dominated, but fact of the matter, you think you're up at worst 2 overcards where you're in a race.
How tilted am I?
You don't tilt. Ben doesn't tilt.
Well, Vince, it's about 40% of a stack to make this call. Now, at this table, you just have to feel like you can find a better spot to put your money. You know, there's 3 amateur players at the table, 3 pros. Do you really want to fight against one of the tough pros here with this hand?
Oh, he's not going to do it.
Oh, he is going to be sick when his opponent turns up a 3.
3s, look at this.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't show one, shows them both, Mike. Get out the barf bag. Oh. He puts that salt in the wound.
Oh, boy, oh, boy,
Spits in
oh, boy.
it.
Didn't even have to ask.
Stirs it up. I love poker.
He tortured me enough with his 4-bet showing, his 3-bet showing me the 4, so.
Jake loving his moment right now.
Well, Ben's just had the 2 4s, but now he picks up 2 10s the very next deal.
140 to go.
You okay, Ben?
Nope.
Come on.
I'm gone, baby.
Chernobyl meltdown or anything like
I'm
that?
gone.
You're gone? I don't believe you.
Good table talk by Stan Jablonski. His 2nd time at a WPT final table. He's impressive. He goes out, and now Ryan folds it. Jake taking a break. Tyler Patterson with ace-jack. He's going all in.
Wow. He threw the bounty badge out there on the table.
That might make a difference.
That means if anybody busts him in this pot, they collect $2,500 in real cash to go along with all his chips.
I need a count from both people.
Marvin, ace-6. Oh, kidding around. The Duckman.
I definitely want the bounty.
And Ben, of course, has to make this call.
Need a bounty.
Well, Ben wants the bounty, but he wants Tyler out of this tournament and wants his chips.
Wow, the money just thrown in there. Holy
Nice
cow.
Maloik.
So do I win that if I win? 10 diamonds, 10 hearts.
I think you do.
I mean, I probably will.
That's a classic race. Tyler must win it to stay alive in this tournament.
I have to go to the bathroom.
You're due, Ben. Touch it. Hey,
And right there, Ben Zamani leaving the room.
He's gone. He's going.
Going to the restroom. His work is done, Vince. He got it all in. He can't do any more than that.
That's pretty good.
Tyler,
What's up?
touch the Duckman.
I got to touch Duckman? I don't know that. I mean, whatever
Duckman,
helps,
run.
man.
Duckman,
Thanks, Duckman.
Now look at Tyler has touched the Duckman for apparent luck.
I'm not going to wash my hands.
Well, everybody knows who's running good here. It's the Duckman, so why not get a little good luck from him?
And the flop is a 6-6-4. No luck for Tyler.
It's pretty tough.
I think he's got
Oh,
backdoor
wow.
spades.
Yeah.
Tyler could backdoor flush.
I'll take a spade.
Could hit ace or jack to take the lead, but in bad shape right now.
And he catches a jack.
Wow. Lightning on the
Duckman
turn.
does it for you, I'm telling you.
Duckman.
I should be touching myself more often.
What a card.
Wow.
Marvin's saying he should be touching himself more often. Could have kept that
Oh, boy. Yeah.
to himself.
Not going there.
All right, river card is an 8 of diamonds. Ben, come back to the room.
Well, Ben's going to come back and say he's got a very short stack left after that.
Bestbet has become the land of the suck-out. 6 players remain here on the WPT. We're coming back with more action in just a moment.
Marvin still out in front. Tyler Patterson now in second chip position here.
Blinds at 30 and 60. Let's go back down to the felt. Stan Jablonski quickly folds his hand.
Ryan Dunn gone for a minute, so they just muck his hand automatically. Jake out as well. Over to Tyler. He's out.
And now the Duckman. Ace-3.
Call.
He limps in the small blind with just an ace high.
Ben Zamani with King-5.
Check.
Now Ben says, okay, let's see a flop here. He's not going to put Marvin on an ace because he didn't raise before the flop. Flop comes Jack, 8, deuce, 2 clubs. Action on Marvin.
2,000.
Marvin's coming up with a bet of 200,000.
You don't raise before the flop with ace high, and now all of a sudden you bet when you don't connect at all with the flop.
Well, I guess the Duckman's gonna get me.
Now Ben's calling because he thinks he may have the best hand with king high. Wants to see what might come off. Now Ben has got 2 5s.
Ouch. That hurt me.
They both go check, check on the turn, and now the board pairs 8s.
I'll check it.
Well, Marvin checks again, but Ben's going to make a value bet here, thinking 2 pairs got to be good by now. And a pretty healthy bet, over half the size of the pot.
305. And the Duckman losing interest.
You know, they never change.
Well, you could easily call with ace high here the way the betting's going this hand.
Okay, you're shorted.
But he doesn't. Lets it go. Turns out to be a good laydown.
Yeah.
Go on, Ben.
Ben Zamani, second time at the WPT final table. 9th cash on the World Poker Tour. Once World Series of Poker bracelet. There's Mina Greco in the audience. 5th place, of course, at Choctaw.
Yeah. Vince, you went very deep in that tournament as well.
Got to play with Mina. She's a fine player. Okay, right back at him. Marvin quickly folds. Ben also out. Stan not going to play.
Over to Ryan.
5-10.
He's got the button, though, but still, it's about as junky a hand as you can start with.
It's not going to slow this man down.
Well,
He's
you're
going
right.
to raise.
Raises right on the button.
But behind him, Jake with a quality king-queen of hearts.
You know Jake's playing. Just a matter if he's 3-betting, and if so, how much.
He's on a short stack.
Come on.
And there he goes. Pushing all in. Tyler out. And Ryan saying, what was I doing? Shame on me. He folds.
So Jake Schwartz taking down that pot. Tough 24-year-old. Trying to capture his first WPT title.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Back to the felt we go with Stan. And he quickly folds his hand. Ryan Dunn. Queen 8, won't play that.
And Jake picks up the ace-jack here. And he's going to raise it to 130,000.
Tyler and Marvin go away, and Ben Zamani with a pair of 7s.
How do you play the mid-pair here against the other top pro at the table?
Well, he just called it, so no raise. We'll see the flop. 7s versus ace-jack. The flop is a 6-5-3.
Yeah, certainly a good flop for 2 7s. Ben has checked him. Jake is going to make the continuation bet. Guy called a raise before the flop. You just don't put him on that kind of garbage that's out there.
125 has been bet.
And Ben just calls, doesn't raise here with the 2 7s. Now a deuce comes off, so 4 cards straight on the board. And now all of a sudden, Ben is going to represent like that deuce helped him.
He's betting 215. Jake Schwartz.
Jake has none of that. He just can't stand the heat here or what might come on the river in terms of heat, so he just opts to get out. So Ben Zamani taking down that pot.
Second time at a final table on the World Poker Tour. Looking good here tonight. 6 players still remain at Bestbet. And right now, action on Ryan Dunn. Quickly folding Jake out.
Over to Tyler. Tyler has an ace-3 here, but that's going to be enough for him to raise it.
Yeah, former poker dealer. That's how he got into the poker world. And now a great young player. He has raised, and Marvin Karlins behind him has a king-queen.
Call.
Gonna make the call.
Over to Ben.
Ben Zamani lives in Boca Raton now.
Yeah, knows you're getting a good price to call, but you just can't do it with that junk. He goes out. Stan Jablonski now has king-queen. He's going to play for sure. Doesn't matter if he calls or raises.
Call.
And he does just call, so we have 3-way action.
Ooh, I feel like somebody's going to get eliminated in this hand. This could be it.
Little does Tyler know what good shape he's in, Vince. Both opponents have the king-queen.
Look at this flop, Jack 10-9. 2 guys have flopped the nuts.
Unbelievable. Now Stan's going to check, and Tyler wisely checks.
I've always wanted to say this on television. I raise $1 million.
Well, he doesn't raise, but he bets $1 million.
Even the same thing at this point. Duckman.
Get out of my pot.
So excited. Get out of my pot.
Not as excited as Stan right now.
Of course, Stan is going over the top with his nuts all in. Tyler out.
You said it, Duckman.
I call.
Well, Marvin makes the call.
Let's look at their face where they realize they have the same thing.
You got a diamond.
Diamonds!
Yeah.
Queen of diamonds.
Stan, of course, does have a diamond, so he can go runner diamond
That wasn't exciting.
and
Duckman.
win the hand.
I didn't want to bust you anyway, so
Oh,
Oh,
right.
boy.
just take it from me.
Stan, your nose is going to grow.
Actually, it's going to be 4 hearts.
Let's see if Stan can get a diamond and make this suspenseful. No, 10 of hearts. So they are going to split this up and move on.
Oh, there's the diamond.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, I believe, out of these two.
Laughing and joking going on.
Very, very nice.
Players having a lot of fun tonight here at Bestbet. Why not? One of them's going to walk away with a WPT title and a paid entry into the WPT Tournament of Champions at the end of the year. We still have 6 players left. That's pretty amazing after playing this long.
Certainly is. All right. Marvin, professor at University of South Florida.
Well, he's not only a professor, Vince, he's a writer, a consultant. He grew up in Minnesota, actually co-wrote Lyle Berman's book.
Couple folds. Now look at this. Ryan Dunn, who usually doesn't get many hands, has a great hand this time. Pair of aces. And the button. Great place to be disguising your hand.
We've seen him raise with 10-5 offsuits on the button and all kinds of other hands.
150 to go. Can he get
They raise
action?
him on those hands. Here they fold,
Oh.
and he wins the pot with 2 aces. Same thing happened to Jake Schwartz earlier at this final table. He was in the big blind. Everybody folded to him. Now, Ryan wasn't in the big blind, but when you bet nobody plays with you, you just feel like you lost something.
There's our new Royal Flush Girl, Marilyn.
All right. Well, there's the chip count. Marvin Karlins still our chip leader. 74 years young, over 3 million in chips. Tyler Patterson in second chip position.
Down to the money pit we go. Ben Zamani, tough young poker player.
Well, Ben has the Jack-6 offsuit. Just nothing. He goes out. Stand with the King-Queen. Last time he hit that, it come Jack-10-9, and he split the pot, Vince.
But he likes his hand. He has raised, and right behind him, Ryan with a solid pair of jacks.
Ryan got no action with his 2 aces a minute ago, but gonna get some here.
Yep, he's gonna make the raise. Couple folds. Everyone going out. Back on jet ski man, Stan Jablonski.
Ryan.
How do you know my name?
Ryan with the Ray-Ban.
Raisin Ryan.
Doesn't Ryan look like one of those characters out of The Hangover?
He does it.
Okay. Let's take that. I got
Oh,
coaching
Stan.
today. That's for
Gonna fold it. And Ryan, not used to getting good cards, now getting a flurry. Really like his game. He's played brilliantly.
15-20%.
Speaking of The Hangover, Vince. You know, the director of that movie and writer, Todd Phillips, made our final table at the Legends of Poker a number of years back.
Yeah.
I'd played with him in some private games in Beverly Hills, and he's quite a poker player.
Yes, he is. All right, Ryan this time with 10-8. Gonna splash around, make it 125 to go. Jake behind him with a 9-7 of clubs. Doesn't like that. Tyler also out.
Now Marvin with the Highway Patrol hand goes away. And Ben out, back to Stan. And he's got the speed limit hand here, the 2 5s.
125.
Well, he likes it. He's gonna call it.
Duckman, come on, on time.
Going to the Duckman for a little luck.
I'm in trouble.
Well, it doesn't help him with that flop as it comes Queen Jack 3. And it's quite a flop for Ryan, as you can see, a flush draw and a cut shot straight draw.
Yeah, he can't quite believe it himself.
But it's a kind, really, you just have 10 high, so you have to bet here. But you don't mind getting action, that's for sure.
140 he's bet, stands in front, but hard to know it with that board.
2 overcards, a guy bets, just hard to continue, Vince, because you're going to face more heat coming up on the turning river. Stan opting to fold. Ryan taking down that pot. We still have 6 left.
Going after a big prize here at the Bestbet Bounty Scramble. Stay with us. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Go to the felt. Actions on Jake Schwartz.
Tyler, of course, the last remaining bounty in this tournament, meaning whoever knocks him out will get $2,500 in cash.
Couple folds around to the Flying Duckman.
200.
Looks down at Jack 10. Gonna bet 200,000.
Ben Zamani with a pair of deuces.
All in.
Wow. He's playing these stronger than the Duckman plays them. All in by Ben.
And next, Stan Jablonski with a king-queen. That won't do it.
Ryan out as well.
What's the matter with you guys? I always have to do the dirty work.
You're the duck.
I tried.
Yeah.
So Marvin gets squeezed by the vice. Uncallable at this point. Oh.
The 2 ducks, Vince.
He would have shown the other one just how to fight. Come on.
You can found the horn over there.
Duckman, he needs a horn for that.
No, no, he's gonna show 2 deuces.
Oh, Marvin doesn't think he had 2 deuces because he just showed 1.
Needs 2. He needs 2 deuces.
Doesn't get the horn unless he's got 2 ducks. Marvin, he had him.
Did you go to like a $1.99 store today and pick that kazoo up?
Love this
What'd you
kazoo,
do?
whatever it is. I love it. I want to take it to the poker table with me. I get everybody on tilt.
Well, it's funny because Marvin has one at the table and he's blowing his. You guys are in unison.
He doesn't blow unless he gets 2 deuces. I like to blow it every other hand to drive him nuts.
All right, back to Marvin. He's got a solid ace-10.
400,000.
Gonna make it 400,000.
Big blind is just 60,000, folks. He's bet 400,000.
And a couple folds around to Ryan Dunn, who has a pair of fives.
But Vince, because of that large raise, he knows if he moves in, he's going to get called.
Yeah.
Or at best, he'll probably be in a race. So the large bet drove Ryan out of that. If it had been a standard smaller bet, Ryan would have been the guy moving in probably.
Jake has some money in there, but he can't call with King 10 because of the large raise.
This is going to hurt.
Now Marvin's going to show one of his cards.
They all want to see.
I'm sure it's going to be the 10, and it is.
Well, it is the 10. And there you see Jake. He thinks he laid down the best hand with the King 10.
I guess I should have went all in again.
These guys made the agreement, of course, to show one card even in uncalled pots, so.
That was Ben Zamani's idea, and Jake quickly agreed to it, and all the rest of them did too when they started this final table.
Yep, back down to the money pit. Ryan Dunn with a mid pair of sevens.
He's going to raise it up to 150,000.
Yep, a couple folds behind him. Marvin looks at a 10 and an 8. Doesn't like it much.
Would have been Zamani. He's in the small blind with the queen deuce of clubs. But opts to fold. Stan Jablonski will be going nowhere with the ace queen of hearts. Just a matter if he re-raises or calls. He just calls. It's not re-raise, so here we go. 2 sevens for Ryan. Ace queen for Stan, and an ace coming on the flop. Put Stan out front as it comes ace 5 deuce with 2 diamonds. Well, Stan is going to check. I would think Ryan would bet here, hoping his opponent doesn't have an ace. He bets 125,000. Smart bet, in my opinion, into a pot that's got 390,000 in it. You don't have to make a big bet to get the same information. Stan does make the call. Now an 8 comes off. Now Stan's going to check. By Stan calling on the flop, probably put the caution lights on here for Ryan. Let's see if it does. Yep, he's going to check also. Now the 3 of diamonds comes off. Now Ryan's got to think that there's really not much he can beat here. Now look at this, Vince. Stan, who didn't raise before the flop, didn't raise on the flop, now he's going to lead out and bet when the 4-card straight and the 3-card flush comes out there. This is a bit puzzling to me. 250,000. Ryan trying to think what he can beat now. Certainly can't be much. Boy, oh boy, what a dangerous board to bet into with just 2 aces here. Well, Ryan gives it up, so Stan does take down that pot.
Bottom one.
This one?
Yeah.
You think he might have raised earlier, he didn't. And you think he should have checked, he bet.
That was a card that didn't connect with the board. Yeah, Yankees, Giants.
Showing that
Knicks.
queen of hearts really has everybody scratching their head now, Vince, as to what the other card was, the way that hand was played.
And a fold.
All right, Jake out. Tyler with King Jack. Lux. Marvin with A7.
Call.
Well, he limps in and calls with ace high. So nobody's going to put him on an ace, that's for sure. Now Ben with the King 10. What do you do now when the guy limps in front of you? Well, you limp also. See a flop. Maybe. See what the blinds do. Stan folds out of the small blind, and Ryan happy to get a free flop here with the 9-5. The flop comes queen 8-7. Ryan, as you can see, the gut shot straight draw. He's going to check.
Check.
Marvin with bottom pair, top kicker checks. See what Ben's going to do with zippity doo-dah.
Yep, just king high. Says you're checking, I'm betting. There you go. 130. Taking a stab. Got one of them to go away.
Well, Ryan goes out, but Marvin's going to call him with his pair. That's the best hand right now.
Snap call.
Something like that. And the king on the turn hits Ben.
300,000.
Marvin's going to lead right out and bet here. He does have a flush draw with the 2 7s. But he was just hoping that Ben didn't have a king in his hand where he could possibly win the pot right here.
300.
The 300,000 is the bet by Marvin and called by Ben. So a decent-sized pot brewing now between these two.
No club, 3 of hearts. Doesn't help the flying Duckman. He's going to check, and Ben Zamani.
Well, Ben's going to try to get a value bet in here.
Bet.
190,000 into a pot that's got over 1.1 million in it.
Yep, trying to induce the call, but
oh,
Marvin too smart. He ejects the hand quickly.
Oh, amazing lay down there. Many players would have made a curiosity call right there.
Wow.
Ben Zamani going to take that one down. He started playing poker in high school with friends. Now he's playing for championships. We're coming back with more action in just a moment here on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us. Down to the felt we go. Tyler Patterson quickly folding, and now Marvin Karlins
500,000.
with a pair of 3s, going to make it 500,000.
A bring-in bet when the big blind is only 60,000. You just don't see that often,
No.
folks.
Ben goes out.
You're just absolutely going to force somebody to have a hand to play against him.
Stan, the jet ski man, going away. Ryan and Jake folding, so the flying Duckman.
There you go. Forget all those men raising and all that. Just bet a half mil and take it down, Ben.
The Duckman is back.
Don't mess around.
Yep.
If you were here, you would have won.
Get 3 bet. Don't get outplayed.
Blinds at 30 and 60. Ryan Dunn, very unorthodox, strong, non-professional player, quickly folds his hand, but Jake has ace-king behind him. Likes his hand, gonna make 130 to go into Tyler Patterson.
30.
And now Tyler looks down at 2 queens. The lovely ladies.
Tyler's going to love this.
275.
About the first real hand he's picked up at this final table. And he is going to 3-bet it to 275,000.
Duckman gets out of the pond. Ben out.
With a stand, he's out as well.
So back on Jake.
Jake's one of the 2 short stacks at the table. He's going to go all in with ace-king. A snap call by Tyler. And this is the classic race, folks. The ace-king versus 2 queens.
Ace-king.
Both players have a big hand. The queen's a slight favorite to win the pot, but
Jake, should we go pee?
Yes.
Let's both go.
Tyler Patterson obviously has him way covered, so
yeah, Jake's the player at risk here. If he loses this pot, he's out in 6th.
he's vulnerable.
Duckman. Yeah, I gotta get the fist pound. Duckman. Give me the fist pound. There we go.
Goes over to the Duckman, trying to get a little luck rubbed off, and the Duckman happy to give it here, Vince, because they're going to lose a player where he can move up and pay this time. So
Duckman should just go to WPT events and sit in a corner and just high-five people for 20 bucks a person. Here we go with the flop. Jack 7-7.
So far, so good for Tyler. 2 queens out in front.
Yeah, but the turn card has been the creepy card of the evening so far. 2 outdraws on the turn. Let's see if it'll happen again. Nope.
A 6, so we are down to the river. Jake must catch an ace or a king, or he will be our 6th place finisher. Everybody on their feet. Can we see another card caught at the river? Not this time. 4 comes off. That's going to do it for 24-year-old Jake Schwartz out of New York. Came to this final table in 6th chip position, but boy, oh boy, did he stay alive a long time, went up and down, eventually succumbed in 6th place.
Yeah, fine player, young guy, Jake Schwartz, taking home 72,000. Let's go see what Jake has to say.
I am definitely not happy, but it's poker. It's standard flip. It's not like it was a bad beat or anything, so I'm obviously unhappy, but There's always another tournament next week, so see you guys probably there.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Action's gonna be on the chip leader. Tyler quickly folds his hand into the flying Duckman. Mr. Marvin, Queen 4 of hearts, will play that. And now Ben Zamani has a big one, Ace King.
He's got it, and he's definitely going to play it.
Yeah, that's. Oh, maybe he was. Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah, he could be right.
And he's going to raise it. Makes it 155,000 to go.
Well, if it's time, Ben. That's the way I say. It's not quite time now, but.
Stan makes the fold.
It is time.
All in.
Ryan Dunn with King Queen has gone all in because he's on the short stack at this point. And of course, Ben is going to call this.
Well, Ben's going to love it. He's got Ace King up against King Queen. About as good as you can do.
You've been running bad at flips.
If you were suited, it would be a flip.
Oh, you're sick. How do you get that on the button?
So Ryan Dunn at risk here. Nearly a 90% underdog to win this pot.
There's a lot of queens in this deck.
Not as many queens as you think. We saw Tyler fold a queen. We saw Marvin fold a queen.
We're chopping this thing.
You can see that.
He's one tough, non-professional player, and now he's on the ropes. Let's see if he can turn it around with a good flop. Here comes the flop.
Flop 4, 7, 8, all spades. Stan Jablonski would have flopped a flush with a straight flush draw, Vince. Wow. He's kicking himself for not being in there, but as it is, Ben is in great shape. He's not only got the best hand, but the best draw with the ace of spades in his hand.
The upturned card is a 5 of hearts, no good for Ryan.
Well, it's good for him, and he can now catch a 6. It's not a spade and split the pot. Gives him 3 more outs to stay alive in the tournament fence, but he only has 1 queen in the deck he can catch to win this pot. The other 2 are already gone.
Well, he is a long shot prayer right now.
Let's catch a case queen or a 6 to get a split. Nothing else will do for the guy.
Let's see if he can do it. Not to be a 5 of spades on the river. It is over for Ryan Dunn.
We're getting all in on the flop anyway.
That's going to do it for Ryan Dunn, the 29-year-old from Tallahassee, Florida, out tonight in 5th place.
That is right. Ryan is done. He's out of here. Going to take home 90,000 and some experience. Let's go see what he has to say.
It was amazing. It was a dream come true. Had a lot of fun with these guys. They're all super good guys and play very well, so I'm glad to make it this far.
There you see the chip count. 4 players left. Tyler Patterson out in front, 3.8 million. The winner tonight taking home over $375,000.
That's right. The antes will be 10,000. The blinds are 40 and 80,000. To the felt we go. Marvin Karlins, the flying Duckman, first to act.
Well, Ben Zamani, tough pro.
Ace-8 of diamonds will raise to 175 to go. Now Stan Jablonsky behind him owns a jet ski rental business in Laughlin, Nevada.
What you doing to break? Anything exciting or not?
The usual.
Well, plays poker as a hobby. Loves playing on the World Poker Tour. This is second final table this season.
I think that's
pretty incredible.
He will fold it.
Tyler Patterson out as well.
Yeah! Oh!
I hadn't even looked.
Now, the reason you turned up that card, folks, is at the beginning of this final table, Ben is the one that suggested, in fact, hey, how about we all show a card after we win the pot? They all went along with it, so all night long at this final table, players have been showing a card after they win a pot.
Uncalled hands. Added a lot of fun to it. Now it's on Ben Zamani, quickly folds. Stan with a nothing hand.
200.
The jet ski man gonna raise with just a 4 deuce, making it 200,000 to go. Tyler folds Queen 10 of hearts just like that.
Oh, this doesn't look too good for the Duckman today.
And on to Marvin, who has a 6.
Better. How much is it?
200,000, Duckman. Just let me have one.
You've gotten so many of them.
You don't have to play every hand, Duckman. You can let your friend have a hand. I will. Okay, you're okay.
What a play by Stan to win that pot.
In honor of the Duckman.
Yeah.
I had the Ducks.
Yo, I wish you were short because I could blow them for you.
Can you pull that other deuce out of there, please?
And Stan's trying to pretend like he had deuces. We know better.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how this plays out, Vince. Two recreational players at the table, just play poker as a hobby, and two tough young pros.
All right, a quick fold by Stan, and now Tyler Patterson with the 9-10 of diamonds, going to go to 175.
Right now, the two pros are in first and second chip position.
Marvin going
I know
away.
you don't like the big ones, so
I feel like you meant to limp and just misclicked. Is this true?
Oh yeah, that could be. I didn't see how that would work out.
Ben's going to go out.
I'll show both, and then you still won't know if I was limping.
Tyler showing the complete hand.
Jack 10.
9-10 of diamonds.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't limp then.
And these guys have been a very cheerful final table.
It's been the most friendly final table we've seen in quite a while, man. It's been a lot of chit-chat.
Yeah.
I think showing one card has sort of relaxed everybody to a degree, sort of like a home game. Just a friendlier environment tonight than we usually see.
All right, everybody's going to fold to Stan, who has pocket deuces.
Get it ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, Marvin.
Little shout out for the Ducks.
There's all kinds of whistles and bells going on here tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're having fun tonight in the Bestbet Bounty Scramble. And Vince, we still have one bounty remaining at this table. Tyler Patterson, his mission now to win his own bounty, take down the title.
Ben folds.
Duckman. I'm not going to take your blind here.
A couple folds.
Raise it.
Tyler is going to raise with ace-9. Looks like 200,000 to go. But behind him, Marvin.
I'm 1 inch away from it all in here.
I don't believe it.
Well, very obvious the first card's an ace or a king, the way he's acting.
Well, that's a pretty strong ace-jack.
All in.
Oh, wow, he's going to do it.
How much we got?
I got about
Marvin moving all in for about $3 million.
2.9.
All right, you got it.
And Tyler can't compete. Goes
I'll do the
out.
first one. Oh.
Whatever the other card was, Tyler knows he made a good laydown.
where'd all the chips go?
You got him in white.
Duckman taking down that pot. You know, he's a very smart guy. Professor at the University of South Florida, teaches management. He's written 21 books.
That is impressive.
And playing good poker here tonight so far. All right, Tyler has raised to 175 with a pair of sixes.
Call. How much?
Marvin's going to call it with the Jack-9 of hearts. And Ben's going to stick around with 7-5 off.
Yeah, why not join the party? Well, three-way action here in this four-handed game.
And the flop is a King-Queen-5.
Two clubs out there. Marvin checks. He's got a gut shot straight. And Ben is going to lead right out here with the bottom pair, 2 5s.
2-10 to go. Tyler with sixes has to throw it away. So does the Flying Duckman.
So what a bet by Ben there.
And this is Ben's second final table on the World Poker Tour. His 9th WPT cash.
We've seen him make a lot of good decisions at this final table, Vince, in terms of when to play back over the top.
All right, and moving on. Now it's on Ben. He quickly folds. Stan with king high.
180.
Makes it 180 to go. Big blind is 80,000.
Tyler's gonna fold. And Marvin also folding. Easy win for Jablonski.
Stan also showing the highest of the two cards that he has.
Pretty card, King of Diamonds.
prettier than my 3 of diamond.
Yes.
Winner's going to take home $375,000 here at the Best Bet.
And Vince, you should tell everybody what a phenomenal poker property this is. These people do poker right here at Best Bet. If you're a poker player and ever in the Jacksonville area, come check out Best Bet. You will enjoy the experience.
That is for sure. But right now, Tyler's going to enjoy this. He's got a pair of queens. He is raised. Oh, right behind him, Marvin's got jacks.
All in.
Wow.
He's going all in. Ben folds. Stan out.
Call.
And Tyler, of course he's going to call.
Oh, tough tall.
Yep. So Marvin in big trouble now. And let's not forget, Ben folded a jack.
Ain't over yet. You got the special Duckman juice.
Marvin's got 1 jack he can hit to win the pot.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
A monster pot, the biggest pot so far of this final table.
What a clash of hands we're seeing.
Duckman, I hate to say it, but I have to root for you. Normally I don't root for the opponents, but I have to root for you. Give it hell.
Well, certainly you can't fold either player for getting their money in with these hands.
Give it a good shot. Give it a good shot. Come on.
In a 4-handed poker game, it's just hard to get away from big hands like this before the flop.
Big hands, big chips. We're going to see it happen here.
Big risk, big risk.
And here comes the flop. It's a 10-7 deuce. Duckman loses a few feathers with that one.
8 or a 9 would be a good sweat.
Yeah, you got a little sweat.
Part of his problem is Ben folded a jack of clubs. So he's only got 1 jack he can hit to win. Could hit a running 8-9 to win.
Well, it's going to come as a club.
Jack of hearts is the only card that will do.
4th Street is an ace.
Well, we're down to the river. Duckman must catch the jack. Otherwise, back to the pond.
Yeah, he'll be gone. Out of 3rd place. Here we go to the river card. Nope, it's a 4.
4 comes off. So a great ovation for the Duckman. He is going to be out tonight in 4th place. Not much you can do about that, Vince. Tyler Patterson has assumed the big chip lead with 3 players left. But Vince, you know what? Even though he lost the pot, I think we need one more salute to the Duckman. Well played, Duckman.
That says it all. They're talking to each other in duck language. Marvin is going to take home $119,000. The crowd loves him here, as we do too. Let's go talk to the man that talks to ducks.
Yeah, my goal was to finish 3rd or 4th. Yeah, I mean, I'm being realistic. I've been very lucky throughout the tournament, and I'm playing with people that got more skill than I do. You're a guppy with the sharks. Usually you get eaten. So I'm extremely happy with what's happened, and the people here have been absolutely fantastic. Best experience of my life.
It's up to Ben. He's got a 9-7 offsuit. He'll gamble with it, make a call. Stan goes out with that horrible hand, and now Tyler Patterson with ace-4, not going to raise.
Yeah, just doesn't want to get re-raised here. Waiting to throw the hand away. Now it's come king 4-3. Tyler with middle pair and top kicker, plus he has the ace of hearts, but he checks.
Gonna get Ben to bet with 9 high, 90,000. With absolutely nothing but position. And Tyler with that pair of 4s gonna make this call. And we're gonna go to the turn.
On the board pairs 4s. Tyler cannot lose this pot now. Unless he folds, but that's not gonna happen. I don't care what comes up. Got 3 4s, and it goes check, check. Now Queen of Hearts comes off, so there's a possible flush out there now. But Tyler believes his 3 4s are the best hand, which in fact they are.
That's 200,000. Now Ben has 9 high. Got to try to make a hero call there. Oh man, that's a little gift. Ben is going to show. He's going to advertise a little bit.
It's pretty cold, right?
Yeah. Sounds like I beat something big over there.
Nice imagination there by Ben. Doesn't work out, and we move on. On Stan, the owner of a jet ski rental business. part-time poker player, but he's made 2 final tables this season on the World Poker Tour. Pretty incredible. He folds. Tyler with a queen 6. Just calling.
Check.
Slowing down the play. Ben, happy with queen 3. The flop is a 6-5 deuce. Tyler hitting top pair with 6s.
Ben with a gut shot straight draw. Tyler's going to come out and bet 100,000.
Ben's going to take a shot at a steal here with an inside straight draw. Raise the pot, 235 total.
Well, Tyler's going to call him. Got top pair.
Big kicker. Turn card, 10 of hearts.
Well, it goes check, check here. The 2 tough pros checking it down on the turn. Now a 9 comes off on the river. Tyler checks the 6s. Ben now knows the only way he could possibly win this pot would be to bluff at it.
Well, he called with 9 high last hand, so now he's going to try to bluff at 350.
Tyler's going to look him up with 2 6s and win this pot. Nice call by Tyler Patterson. Certainly can't fault Ben for trying to steal it on the river, but might have waited too late, Ben.
Well, things are starting to go the wrong way for Ben Zamani and the right way for Tyler Patterson.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
That's up to Ben. He's got 6-5.
I have a good time. I'm getting the hang of a little bit of it.
Just calling. And Stan with an ace.
All in.
7. Oh, he's going to push all in.
Nice play by Stan here.
Want the good one or the bad one?
The bad one.
Just recognize that if Ben limped in, he's just not that strong. He's got an ace high. He shipped it. Takes it down.
Actions on Ben. He quickly folds Stan with Jack Deuce. The jet ski man, talented non-professional player, makes a call. Now Tyler with a 5-10.
Well, complete junk here. Look, he can get a free flop, Vince, but he is going to raise it. Going to try to represent strength here, when in fact he has nothing but weakness.
2:30 to go.
That was the limp test. I wanted to see how you did if I limped. I test you out. I'll limp with my big one next time.
I'll tell you how he did. He passed with flying colors. That's how he did, Stan. Well done there by Tyler Patterson.
Hit the ace-5?
Take that pot away from Stan.
I would have showed the ace.
No, you wouldn't. Give me the needle. Nice. Whatever it was. 5-6 suited.
Well, we got the WPT Player of the Year leader at the table. We've got the last bounty standing in this tournament at the table. And we've got another tough young pro in there fighting out for the title.
And we got Tyler Patterson that's picked up a pair of kings.
Wow.
175 total. Ben out. Let's see if Tyler will get action with it. Stan with just a 6-3 of diamonds. Oh, but he might make a contribution. Yes, he does.
He is going to make the call here, Vince. Well, he hit the gut shot straight draw as it comes Jack 7-5.
Yeah, he's got some potential, but he's going to check. Here comes the big over pair. Quick 200,000. And Stan quickly gets out of the way. Tyler shows one of the kings. And Tyler's got to be a little disappointed he couldn't break someone with those.
Well, he did hit a gut shot straight draw, though, and quickly folded. I mean, what do you expect to hit with a 6-3?
All right, moving on. On Ben this time. Queen 7 won't do it.
All in.
And Stan is going all in with his ace-5, but Tyler's got ace-10. Stan on the short stack.
Maybe.
With about 1.5.
It's a probably.
It's a problem.
Wow, a probably.
got here?
I would think it's a.
Absolute.
Well, it's not an absolute, but I'll be surprised if he doesn't call.
This is an instant call.
Not instant. But he does make the call.
Oh, this is only fitting. This is only fitting.
Well, Stan says it's only fitting because with 7 players left,
We need a 5,
Tyler
guys.
Patterson was all in with ace-5 against ace-queen. He's back to 5 to win the pot. Stan hoping to do the same thing here with 3 left so he can stay alive.
I'll go to the bathroom.
The jet ski man Stan is sputtering right now. Not in a good place.
Everybody's smiling though, Vince.
Yeah.
Look,
Is this the hand you won? The other
it
one?
was against ace queen, but yeah, ace-5 has done me well, so it's fair. If you win this one, I won't be upset.
It'd be fitting. It's sort of like even the universe out here. You know what I'm saying? I think we need it.
The former poker
5
dealer
of
Tyler
spades,
Patterson in a great position to knock out Stan. Here it is, and it's a 10-7-7.
Oh!
Tyler hitting 10s and 7s.
Well, just about the worst flop that Stan could see. The only way he can win the pot is to hit 5-5.
7-7-5-5.
He could tie it if it comes 7-7. So he is getting up his stuff. He knows he's less than 1% to win it.
Stan Jablonski drawing dead. Vince, he's going to finish 3rd tonight, but with his finish, he takes over the WPT Player of the Year leaderboard. He is in 1st place as the Player of the Year right now.
That is right, Stan, a great sport, going to take home $162,000. Let's go talk to Stan.
I think my game's getting a little better. Just playing more and playing with these kids that are good players. I observe everybody watch them play, and you pick up a few things here or there, and the more you get deep, I think the easier it gets. And I'm very satisfied getting 3rd and getting some Player of the Year points.
So 2 eager competitors going after a championship. As you can see, Tyler Patterson, 8.8 million in chips, compared to Ben Zamani's 3.4. Blinds are still 40 million. Here we go.
Now, Tyler with a king high here. Knows that's a favorite over a random 2-card hand, so he's going to raise here with it. Makes it 175,000 to go.
Ben has a pair of 9s, 99.
Now, this will get re-raised for sure.
There it is, close to 375 total. Tyler goes away.
Are we still showing one? Are we still showing one?
I don't care.
So hand number 1 going to Ben. Now wait,
You remember the pact that everyone had when we started this final table, that when you won a pot, you had to show a card? Well, these guys have agreed not to show cards, playing heads up.
okay, I object. How about that?
I don't.
On behalf of the other
I
4
think it's
players.
a wise move to do.
On behalf of the other 4 players who are loyal to that
They're
vow.
gone, Vince. They're out of here.
How quickly they forget.
They're at the bar. They're out on the beach. They're somewhere. They're not here. They have no say anymore.
I don't like it. Still a final table. They gotta honor the agreement. Absolutely. Oh,
Well, all the laughing, all the joking, all that's history now, Vince.
yeah.
These 2 guys are all serious. Young pros, they understand a WPT title looks very good on their resume. They're trying to get it here.
Well, Tyler raised before the flop with queen high. Called by Ben now. Flop comes up ace-9-5.
Now, Ben's going to lead out with a gut shot straight draw. Pretty bold play right here. And if he gets raised, that'll be it. But Tyler has none of that flop, so he gets rid of it. But still, bold bet by Ben. We heard Tony Dunn say he was a bit unorthodox player online, and certainly to lead out into the pre-flop raiser when an ace hits the board, that's a little unorthodox.
Yeah, Ben, a tough player. Learned in high school how to play poker. On to this hand. Tyler now with king 7. Will raise to 175. Ben with queen 7 of diamonds.
He's going to make the call.
Flop is a 10-5-4. Helps neither player. Ben checking.
Now Tyler going to make the continuation bet.
Easy bet of 175.
And you just wonder what Ben's thinking about here. Check raise, possibly. Just not thinking any of that flop hit. Tyler is right about that, but he didn't pull the trigger. So Tyler going to stack up some more chips.
Tyler, the chip leader. The last bounty standing here tonight. He could be the first bounty to win a WPT title.
And collect his own $2,500 bounty.
That's right.
Well, Ben with the 7-deuce here. He's in position, but 7 deuces are not what you want to be playing.
He has called it. Not going to raise. Tyler with an attractive queen 10 of hearts. Will raise it.
Tyler sensing correctly that Ben just not that strong ready to raise before the flop. But he does call the raise with the 7 deuce, so here we go.
They're splashing around, and here is the flop. It's a 6-5 deuce, so Ben gets a little piece of that. There's 3 spades.
Well, neither player has a spade in their hand. Well, Tyler making a continuation bet, even though he doesn't have any of that flop. And Ben with bottom pair, let's see what he's going to do. He is going to call, and a nice call it is. He's got the best hand at the moment. Now 4 diamonds comes off.
Nothing's happening for Tyler there. He slows down with the check.
Yeah, 4 cards straight out there. And it goes check, check.
River card. Can Tyler outdraw him? Nope. 6 on the river, making a pair.
And again, Tyler checks. Now Ben's got to feel confident that the 2 pair is the best hand. He's going to bet $375,000.
And Tyler quickly mucks the hand. So Ben Zamani making a little value bet in case the guy had ace something. We are coming back with more exciting heads-up action in just a moment. Let's get back to the heads-up action here. Tyler Patterson out in front with $8.2 million. He has an ace-3. Gonna raise to $175 to go. Ben Zamani picks up deuces. Somewhere in the bar, the Duckman is quacking.
Well, he's just gonna limp in, Vince.
Here comes the flop. It is a queen 8-6, 2 hearts.
Tyler's flopped a nut flush draw. Ben with just 2 deuces.
Tyler's bet 175 with the 4 flush, and Ben, whoa, he is gonna raise. Total of 450, thinking that Tyler's full of it.
Well, Vince, a nut flush draw. You might want to just ship it right here.
Well, some would at that point, but he is just gonna call it. Hope to hit the flush, and it's not there. 7 of spades.
Well, Ben not liking it when he get called by the raise. No way he can think the 2 deuces are good now.
Yeah, he's rethought it.
Goes check, check.
River card coming up. It is a 5.
Well, again, Ben waving the flag.
1 pair.
Well, it goes check, check. Ben's going to win the pot with 2 deuces, much to his surprise.
Yeah.
The Ducks are quacking here. Tyler kicking himself for not betting anymore during that hand. He would have won it had he bet on any other street after the raise.
All right, the antes and blinds going up to 15,000, 50 and 100. Ben Zamani this time with a queen 10.
Well, Ben going to raise it up next to $250,000 to go. Tyler with a queen 3. You just wonder if misplaying that last hand is going to upset him any event. Sometimes it does. You're kicking yourself when you see you had 2 or 3 chances to win the pot and you passed on all of them.
Well, the flop is a king 10-8, so 10s for Ben. Nothing for Tyler.
Well, Tyler checks and Ben checks middle pair. And now makes 3 10s on the turn. Flint to Saginaw, 30 miles.
Oh, when he gets to see his nemesis betting.
Well, whatever Tyler puts in the pot from here out, just wave goodbye to it. He's drawing dead.
Bet 250, and Ben is just gonna...
Well, he just calls, man, so that should turn the caution lights on, I would think. Tyler.
Sure, 5 of diamonds on the river.
Tyler is gonna check. He's gonna wave the flag. Just say, okay.
He got the memo. And now Ben trying to figure out as much as he can to extract, of course, from Tyler, but 550.
Well, Tyler knows now all he can beat basically is a straight draw. Figures he's probably beat, which indeed he is. So Ben taking down that pot.
Ben lives in Boca Raton, Florida. Born in Germany, he's 29 years old. He's made over $2.4 million in live worldwide earnings. And he doesn't give interviews, Mike. He's like Cher or something.
Like Cher?
Yeah, she doesn't give interviews. Okay, back to the action here. Ben Zamani this time with a king 10. Will call. Tyler with just a 5 deuce.
Well, Tyler raises to 300,000. And Ben makes the call with the king 10. And flops top pair, 2 kings. Well, on the other hand, could spell big trouble for Tyler here. because he has to bluff at this pot to win it. He knows that he's bluffing at it, but his opponent will be going nowhere with top pair. Just a matter of how he plays it.
Yeah.
He just calls.
Turn card is a deuce. That gives Tyler deuces. Now he slows down with a check. Ben's going to check behind him.
Oh, look at this. Tyler Patterson has made 2 pair on the turn and the river to win this pot, or at least have the best hand. There are 3 clubs out there.
Bet with nothing. He turned something, and he finished with a lot.
Well, he's going to bet $550,000 here. Hard to throw top pair away the way this hand's been played. Ben Zamani is not going to like it when he sees this hand. His stomach feels like a washing machine right now, I can tell you. After losing that pot to a runner.
Yeah, big swing right there. Tyler Patterson, our chip leader at this point. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
Patterson trying to capture his own bounty of $2,500. Can do that by winning the tournament. Both players going after their first WPT title.
Well, Tyler has raised with ace-queen. Ben's called with ace-7.
Now flop queen, jack 10. Both players have an ace-high straight draw, but Tyler's got top pair to go with his. But Ben is going to lead out and bet $125,000. That's what we call a blocking bet. It's working as Tyler just calls with top pair, top kicker. Now a 3 comes off. Action again on Ben. He's going to fire a second shell here, Vince. He's just hoping that if Tyler's got a pair of 10s or jacks, he throws the hand away. But that's not the case. Tyler's got 2 queens with the top kicker and makes the call. Deuce on the river.
So Ben with nothing but ace-high. Slowing down with the check.
Well, now Tyler's going to get the value bet in for $400,000. Ben calling with just ace-high, Vince. Now all he can beat there is a king-eye straight draw or a flush draw that didn't pair.
Well, the thing was that Tyler never came back and raised. He played it very coyly, and he got the money at the end because of it. Nicely done by Tyler Patterson.
Tyler now with over a 3-1 chip lead on his opponent. Looks down to 2 7s. He's going to raise it here to make it $260,000 to go. Ben going to make the call with the king 8. Now flop comes king, queen, 9, 2 hearts.
And Ben has outflopped Tyler here, of course, with kings. And he's going to check. They both go check.
Well, Tyler wisely checks behind him with 3 overcards out there over his pair.
Deuce of diamonds on the turn.
And the possible straight. Again, it goes check, check.
Yeah, Tyler not biting jack on the river.
3 hearts and a 4-card straight out there. And look at this, Ben now. All of a sudden betting with just 2 kings with the possible straight draw out there. And Tyler gives it up. So Ben taking that pot down, but Tyler lost the minimum there, Vince. Never took a bet after the flop.
All right, back to the table we go. The antes have gone up to 20,000 blinds, 61-20. Ben Zamani now with ace-jack. And he will go to 240. Tyler with the seductive little 4-5 of hearts.
Well, Tyler can afford to make this call and look at a flop, and that's what he's going to do. Hoping to get lucky to hit a flop that'll end it.
And the flop is an 8-4 deuce, so Tyler out-flopping Ben.
If he's got 2 4s, he's checked, and Ben going to make the continuation bet here, $215,000. And Tyler going to make the call. Well, king of spade comes off. Ben now has a flush draw. Now Tyler's going to check, and Ben checks right behind him. Now a 3 comes off. Tyler going to bet $300,000. And Ben, again thinking about making a hero call. Vince, what could he possibly beat here other than his opponent had to have specifically a 6-7 to call a bet on the flop? And that's not the case. He shows him 2 4s and wins the pot. Wow. What a bet by Tyler on the river, and a pretty much incredible call by Ben. This guy sleeps good at night, Vince, I can tell you that. You just don't steal his money, folks. He pays you off with a hero call about every time, it looks like.
He's sleeping in the alley if he keeps it up.
All in.
Okay, all in by Ben with Queen Jack. And Tyler's got a big hand as well, Ace-9 of spades.
Yeah, it doesn't look that big for another 2.2 million, though. He's got a big chip lead right now. Do you want to just go ahead and go for the win right here, right now? If you lose the pot, you still got plenty of chips to play with. And that's the mentality of Tyler. And it turns out he's got the best hand with the ace high.
Tyler Patterson, the former poker dealer, a big opportunity to become a WPT champion on this very hand. Here we go.
If it holds up, he'll be our champ.
Uh-oh. Flop is a 10-king-4.
Going to flop.
Well, now Tyler wants no pairs, I can tell you that, because either one of them would give his opponent a straight.
I made plenty of pairs today.
Made some pairs today?
I made a lot of pairs today, yeah. I'm due to miss.
Let's go to the turn.
Tyler looking for baby cards.
And he got a baby card.
Well, there's a 4.
Yep.
If Tyler Patterson can dodge an ace, a queen, a jack, or a 9, he'll be our champion.
Oh, man. 1 card away from the championship. All the money going to the river.
Everybody on their feet.
Here it comes. It's a king!
Tyler Patterson has done it!
Yep.
He has won the tournament bids and captured his title. Nice effort by Ben Zamani. Well done by him to finish in 2nd place.
Oh, man, Tyler had to sweat it out, but he is the champion. He's going to take home a whopping sum.
Okay, let's talk to the Bestbet Bounty Scramble champion, Tyler Patterson. Tyler, congratulations to you. You came to this final table in 3rd chip position. You played a little conservative early on. I don't know if that was your strategy or not, but it sure paid off for you. You had the chip lead against a very tough player playing heads up. But tell us right now what it feels like to be a WPT champion.
It feels great. It's quite a relief. Felt like there was a lot of pressure. I was kind of expected to win, I think, when we were heads up. So all the spotlight was on me. It felt like I had to do it, and it worked out.
Well, you played fantastic all week long, especially here at this final table. In addition to your $375,000 in cash that you win, you get your name inscribed on the WPT Champions Cup. You get the beautiful Hublot watch to commemorate your victory. And now you also get to play in the season-ending WPT Tournament of Champions. One more time, let's hear it for our champion, Tyler Patterson.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
There you see the chip count. Brian Altman out in front with about 8.2 million. Daryl Fish in 2nd place with 5.4 million. That's what they're playing for. The winner tonight taking home over 453,000 Canadian dollars.
And the champion will win the beautiful Hublot watch to go along with the big money.
And the winner also gets that beautiful championship belt fence, something we don't have anywhere else on the tour.
Let's go to the felt. The antes are 10,000, blinds 30 and 60. We are at the spectacular Playground Poker Club. Action on AJ Gambino. AJ, a poker pro, quickly folds. Darryll Fish, who has made 4 WPT final tables, never a champion, has a pair of 6s. And he likes his hand. Makes it 140 to go. Rainier Kempe out.
Chip leader Brian Altman goes out, as does Carter Swidler.
Carter is a local from Montreal, and now Jared Mahoney, the short stack, has King 8 of clubs.
You like to see a flop with this out of the big blind. Cost him 80,000 more. His problem is he's got just under $1 million in chips starting the pot. It's going to cost him about 15% of his stack.
Oh.
But he makes the call here.
How much are you playing, Jared?
2 stacks of gray?
Yep.
Okay.
Jared from Abington, Massachusetts, 32 years old. Let's see if he gets lucky.
Let's come King, Jack, 8, all hearts. Jared's flopped 2 pair, kings and 8.
Jared checked, and Daryl has a little heart, 6 of hearts, and Daryl's going to make a continuation and bet 100,000.
All in.
And a shove all in, Mike.
That's all you can do with 2 pair here.
Putting the pressure on the fish man. The fish man swims away. Our first hand going to Jared Mahoney. Says he loves tennis, played in high school and college.
Notice what happens if Jared doesn't raise it. Darryl would have made a flush on the turn to win the pot to eliminate him from the tournament.
Yeah, but almost impossible to call at that point when a guy goes all in, of course.
Yeah, can't do it.
And we are moving on. Brian Altman, the WPT champion from Longmeadow, Massachusetts. First to act, he has an ace-10.
140.
Makes it 140 to go.
Vince, this guy has a pharmacy degree, but opted to play poker as a career instead of be a pharmacist.
Carter goes down to Jared, who won the first hand, has a pair of 10s in this one.
Well, Vince, you know he's going to raise this as well, just a matter of how much. Do you move all in or do you make a smaller raise?
He's going to make it 500,000 to go. AJ Gambino goes out.
Everybody knows that's essentially an all-in bet because he's not going to fold if you set him all in.
Wow.
I'm going to give it up.
Yes, we are at Playground Poker. We just found the bully in the playground right there.
Oh, man. Jared Mahoney off to a great start. After the first 2 pots, Jared Mahoney has moved into 4th chip position after starting in last place at this table.
140.
Carter, the local with ace-king of clubs, makes it 140 to go. Everyone going out so far. Around to Brian Altman, who has a pretty decent king-jack of diamonds.
Call.
We'll make the call.
First flop. Oh, maybe not. Third flop. Second flop. Third.
Carter is a local from Montreal, plays down here at Playground Poker Club all the time.
Oh, what a flop. Carter's flopped top pair, top kicker. Brian has the nut, flush draw, and checks.
135.
Carter makes a 135,000 bet after the flop. For sure, Brian is going to play, just a matter if he's going to check raise or not.
Well, he's the chip leader.
Call.
He's just going to call, Vince. I would have check raised here, but he opts to call.
Going to the turn. Let's see if he picks off a diamond. No, 4 spades.
And there's a possible straight draw out there
Check.
now, though. Well, Brian checks again.
255.
255,000 to bet now.
Raise.
Brian's getting out raising chips. He is raising on the draw here. It's going to cost Carter the rest of his stack, which is about 700,000 more in chips, if he wants to make this call.
All in.
I call.
Well, he's opted to go for it.
And Brian quickly calls, of course, hoping to get the diamond.
Carter's thrilled he's got the best hand here. Many times when a guy check raises you there, you think 1 pair, you hate to put your money in. Carter did. Out in front, can he hold off the diamond draw?
River card coming up, big card. It's going to work, 9 of clubs.
Carter Swidler has done it. He has doubled up.
A local from Montreal taking down a big one against the chip leader at this point.
Just a little dent. Next time it'll mean a bit
Next
more.
time it might hurt more.
We got 6 players at Playground Poker Club just getting started. We'll be right back on the World Poker Tour. Brian Altman, the chip leader, raises with ace-queen to 140.
Carter out.
Jared Mahoney not playing. Gambino folding.
Around to Daryl Fish. He's going to make the call with the 2 6s. So These are the two chip leaders going at it.
Sixes didn't work out with them earlier, and here's the flop of 9, 5-3.
Daryl's going to check. Brian checks. Now that would tell me he's got two overcards there. No pairs. Now the 10 of diamonds comes off. Well, I think Daryl thinks he's got ace, queen, or ace, jack. He's going to make a bet here of 160,000, but because Brian has the flush draw, he makes the call.
Let's see if Brian gets lucky on the fish, man. River card is a diamond. Wow.
So 4 diamonds out there now, possible straight. Daryl's 2 sixes just went in the tank. He's going to check here.
425.
425,000 to bet.
Brian Altman, a former wrestler in high school, now coaches wrestling.
Daryl gives it up. So 2 sixes not working out for Daryl at this final table so far. There you see Brian's parents in the house.
What do you think about that play? I think that's a great hand for a great player. Didn't realize how loose you'd be playing.
I know. It's crazy. Something in the water.
And the blinds are moving up to 40 and 80,000, right back on Brian Altman. This time, he is going to look down at a king 7. Folds it.
Over to Carter Swidler. He's got the highway patrol hand, the 10-4. He's out.
And now Jared Mahoney with a very nice ace-jack of clubs.
He's going to make it 165,000 to go. AJ out.
Daryl Fish now with just a jack 4 of diamonds. He's got to be frustrated so far.
Now Vance, he is in the small blind, meaning he's out of position. He just has a jack 4, but you just have the sense he's thinking about making a move, and he is. He is going to 3-bet it here to 455,000 with a jack 4. Rayner goes out. Now what do you do with ace jack?
All in.
Wow, what a bet.
And Daryl quickly folds the hand.
Jared Mahoney moving all in for his tournament life there with just an ace jack over the top of Daryl Fish.
And you could boil a pot of coffee on his head right now. He is steaming like a cheap economy car. Nothing working out so far for Daryl. See if he can turn it around. Action on Carter, the local from Montreal. He idolizes you, Mike Sexton.
Looking at the size of his arms, I'm glad he's on my side.
And he quickly folds.
Carter out, Jared out. Over to AJ Gambino. He looks down at 2 9s. AJ's from Pennsylvania, now lives in Montreal, been a pro for 9 years, plays mostly online poker.
Makes it 180 to go, and now Daryl Fish has ace-queen. Nothing going right so far for Fish. He wants to change that around. He's going to raise again, 355 total.
Second time in a row, he's 3-bet a pot, this time 355,000.
Goes back around to AJ.
Come on.
And he is going to push all in.
What's the total?
They're all picking on Daryl tonight. Daryl Fish makes the call.
The classic race, the overcards versus the underpair. AJ Gambino must have his 9 stand up to stay alive.
AJ is a juggler, rides a unicycle, plays a lot of poker. This is his first time at a final table on the WPT. The flop comes up ace-5-3. That is good for Daryl.
AJ in dire straits now, must catch a 9 to stay alive in this tournament.
9 hearts.
We were both thinking it. Okay.
So the king of hearts comes on the turn. Well, AJ doesn't want the 9 of hearts now because that would give Daryl a flush. AJ's drawn dead now.
Last card irrelevant. 10 of hearts.
That's fine. Good luck.
Well, that's going to do it for AJ Gambino, the 27-year-old who lives in Montreal, out tonight in 6th place.
AJ's going to take home 87,000 Canadian dollars. Let's go see what he has to say.
There wasn't too many things I could do or decisions to make, but can't win all the flips. I'm definitely rooting for Brian. He's a close poker friend of mine, and I hope he takes it down. I'm going to join the crowd now and finish watching the rest of this table for sure.
Gotta love the color commentary. Oh, Vince is the best. Makes the whole thing so much more fun.
I thought he hated me. So nice to hear. Thanks.
Hey, you have a fan club you didn't know about.
All right, to the felt we go. We got a few folds. Rayner also out.
Call.
Brian Altman calling.
Check.
And Carter, happy to see a flop with the queen 5 offsuit.
Battle of the blinds. Here we go. Flop is a 7-3 deuce, so Brian gets a piece of that.
Well, he is reaching down for betting chips. Gonna bet the 2 threes, makes it 85,000 to go.
Into the local who has none of that.
225.
Oh boy, but he's got heart.
What a raise here by Carter Swidler with no hand, no draw.
700,000.
Now what is that?
It's a 3-bet Vince with just 2 threes, that's what it is.
Amazing.
It's like he just suspected Carter was making a move, which in fact he was. Wow, these guys are playing right now, Vince. I admire both of them for fighting for that pot. Carter made a terrific move. It's going to win 90% of the time, at least. But Brian figured it out, came back over the top to take down the pot.
Junk over junk, impressive play, and now Daryl Fish has picked up aces.
Yeah, no junk here. As premium as it gets.
He is in first position, and he's going to move it to 200,000, inviting a call. Rayner can't play that mess, and now Brian Altman with a little suited connector.
540,000.
Oh, he's going to raise.
Wow, he is feeling his oats, Vince. Here he's 3-betting the guy sitting in second chip position with 5 high.
Carter and Jared get out of the way, and now it's back on Daryl. Just going to call.
Now, Vince, most players would re-raise in that spot. Daryl Fish just hiding the strength of his hand. Now, flop comes 9-8-4 with 2 clubs.
Brian gets a little piece of that. Daryl's going to check him.
Well, Brian bets 420,000. That's one thing I can tell you about these 2 players. They're not looking to move up and pay. They're looking to take down the title. They go out 5th, so be it. They're looking to get all the chips right here if they can.
The strategy behind Daryl, just gonna call this. Gonna milk him like a Holstein.
Yeah, taking a chance. He could get outdrawn here, Vince.
9 of spades pairs the board. A little bit of a scare card there for Daryl. He checks it.
See what Brian's gonna do now.
He looks like he should be working at a pharmaceutical lab.
Put an apron on him, he'd fit right in the lab, wouldn't he?
Mixing up the powders.
Fussing with test tubes. He does look like that.
He does.
Well, Brian is a pharmacist. He's going to check here, though.
Check, check. River card coming up. It's a queen of spades.
So now possible straight out there, possible flush. Board's paired. Again, Daryl checking 2 aces. He's definitely going to call if Brian bets, however. But Brian is going to check it down. He sees Daryl's 2 aces. They are going to win the pot. He's also going to make a mental note that he didn't get re-raised before the flop when Daryl held 2 aces. Beware.
Daryl Fish taking down a good one.
He also takes over the chip lead after winning that pot. Daryl Fish now out in front with nearly 6.5 million in chips.
He started off slow, but things are turning around for Daryl Fish. Going after his first WPT title after his 4th WPT final table. Action on Brian, a quick fold by him. Carter.
And Carter looks down at his Jack 10.
Raise.
He's going to raise the pot. Makes it 175 to go. Jared out. Daryl Fish has king, queen in the small blind. Going to make the call. Rayner just not catching any cards. He's going to give it up here.
So king, queen versus Jack 10. Daryl Fish starting to get hot. Let's see the flop, and the flop is a 10-6-4, so 10's there for Carter.
Nice flop for him. Daryl checks.
So Just a thing of beauty when you raise before the flop with Jack 10 and you pick up top pair. Makes the continuation of 140.
Not a big bet into a pot that's got nearly $500,000 in it, though. And because of that, Daryl Fish is going to make the call here with the king-queen. But remember, he has to act first the rest of the way here.
9 of spades.
Now he has a gut shot straight draw. Again, he's going to check. Carter still has top pair, so he is going to bet again. $275,000 is the bet. Now what do you do if you're Daryl? He's going to make the call, Vince. As the cards lie, needs a face card, king, queen, or a jack to have the best hand.
Can Daryl pick this off? No, a 4 pairs the board.
Daryl's going to check.
Check.
And Carter checks right behind him. Daryl shows the king-queen, holding his breath like he's hoping it'll be good, but we see it's not.
Nice hand.
Carter winning the pot with 10s up.
Yeah, he's a local. We have 5 players going after the Playground Poker Club title here tonight in Montreal. We're coming back for more.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Action's going to be on the local from Montreal, Carter Swidler. He's a former hockey and rugby player. He folds. Jared Mahoney out as well.
Darryll Fish now with the button and a Jack 7. He's going to raise to 200,000 with that mess. Behind him, Rayner with the pair of 9s.
You know he's going to play the hand, just no matter if he calls or raises. And most people would raise, and that's what he's doing. Makes it 650,000 to go.
Brian Altman with King Jack behind him.
But he's asking for a chip count of Rayner.
Yep, and he elects to fold. So back on Darryll Fish, who's taking a stab with the button. Now he's saying, oh, the hand got caught in that cookie jar. Not good. And he's out.
So Rayner Kempe from Germany, now living in Brighton, England, taking down that pot. Rayner got in this tournament by winning a satellite on Party Poker.
All right, on to the next hand. Daryl this time with a queen, 4 of hearts in first position.
Well, right under the gun, he's going to raise it to 200,000 with just a queen 4.
He is aggressive. Now Rayner, the German, with ace 10.
Yeah, he's played very conservative so far at this final table. And now all of a sudden he's going to 3-bet it here. 575,000 is the bet.
Brian Altman behind him with a pair of 8s.
Well, what do you do with a mid pair when it's been raised and re-raised in front of you? You pitch it.
Carter, ace 9 of diamonds folding, and now it's on to Jared, also folds his hand.
Well, Daryl will be following him right in the muck, I promise you that. There he goes. So Rayner Kempe taking down that pot.
Rayner actually got in this tournament through a $500 satellite, won his way in here.
Yeah, on Party Poker. He's from Germany, lives in Brighton, England now, but loves playing in big-time poker tournaments.
All right, back to his bad hands. He's going to quickly fold that.
200,000.
Brian Altman now with a strong ace-queen makes it 200,000 to go. Carter releases queen 10. Jared now with an ace 10.
Yeah, he's in a small blind. He's going to make the call. Daryl Fish has the king 9 of diamonds. He's also calling. So we have 3-way action here among the chip leaders.
All right, let's see who gets lucky here. Is the flop, and it's a 10-5-4. It is Jared hitting top pair, ace kicker.
And he's got the key card, Vince, the ace of hearts as well. But it's gone check, check around to Brian, who's very consistent, making continuation bets.
225.
And he's going to do it again here, 225,000. with just the ace queen. Now let's see how Jared's going to play this top pair, top kicker.
Raise.
There it is. 900,000 is the bet now. A check raised by Jared.
Darryll folds, of course, and Brian can't take the heat, so Jared Mahoney, the 32-year-old out of Abington, Massachusetts, taking that pot. Five-handed poker will continue at the WPT Montreal.
There you see the chip count. Everybody's got chips over 3 million. Daryl Fish out in front with just over 5 million.
And the antes are going up to 15,000. Blinds are 50 and 100. Brian Altman picks up the queens.
225.
And he's going to make it 225 to go.
Yeah, he's made a lot of moves with nothing. This time he picks up a real hand. Carter out. Jared out as well.
And now Daryl Fish with a pretty solid pair of nines.
Doesn't re-raise with them though, Vince. Just calls.
Now the German has a 4-7. He's going to invest deeper.
A lot of money out there, Vince. 625,000. Just cost him another 125 to make the call, so he does so. And the flop comes king 6-4. Daryl checks the nines. Rayner checks bottom pair. And surprisingly, Brian checks the 2 queens. Now a deuce comes off. Well, Daryl's got to think his 2 nines are the best hand, Vince. I would certainly think it in this spot. So I would bet, just like Daryl's doing here, 260,000.
Into Rayner, who has just got a little piece of that pair of 4s.
It looks like he is getting out raising chips. He's not calling here. He's betting 800,000 with just 2 4s.
He's going to try here. He gets the best hand out, the pair of queens. And back around to Daryll Fish.
And Vince, when you get raised here in this spot, especially with 3 players in the pot, the only thing you can beat is a bluff with the 2 nines. Do you really want to put your chips in there with it? Daryl doesn't. Well, the 2 big chip leaders
Would bluff.
just outplayed there, Vince.
Daryll Fish says, nice bluff.
Vince, there are times in poker you just get outplayed. You just got to salute your opponent when he does so.
That's why you don't want to play with good players.
Guys, 3-betting, 4-betting, making moves, gambling, coming back over the top. Wow, this is fun.
Carter Swidler, first to act. He's got an ace-9. Learned poker by watching, he says, the WPT. Loved it, and now he's playing with the big boys, and he's going to raise to 215. Jared right behind him with a pair of 4s.
Well, you always like to see flops with small pairs. You're always hoping to flop that set. Other cards come out there, it's easy to get away from them if you don't help. So Jared does make the call.
Couple folds behind him, around to Altman.
Call.
He's getting a good price to make the call. 655 in the pot, cost him 115 to call. So he makes it, again, 3-way action before the flop.
Ace-9, Jack-8, pair of 4s. Who will be lucky? The flop is a 10-5 deuce.
Well, no help to anybody. Check. Brian checks. Carter is going to check. And Jared with the 2 4s, thinking, hey, those guys didn't bet. They might not have any pairs. Let me bet here. 350,000.
Brian goes out. Back on Carter, who was the original raiser before the flop.
And he's got the key card and the ace of clubs as well. Looks like he's getting check raising money out here with just the ace high. What a play this would be. And he is doing it. He is check raised to 700,000.
The min raise too. Very scary. If you're Jared, you got to be thinking this guy just trapped me.
But Vince, he has not mucked his hand yet, which is sort of surprising.
All in.
Oh no, you got to be kidding.
All in, virtually for his tournament life, Vince.
Oh, Carter goes out.
Jared, he has moved to the chip lead from worst to first as we started this final table in terms of chip count. What a play by Jared Mahoney. Well, there you see the chip count. Jared Mahoney has gone from worst to first in terms of chip count. Now out in front with 5.1 million. That's what they're playing for tonight. The winner taking home over 453,000 Canadian.
Everyone wants that, and of course the Hublot watch the champion gets, and the bragging rights, and the belt. The antes are 15,000, Mike, and the blinds are 50 and a 100,000. Let's go to the felt. The great Daryl Fish in first position. King Jack he has.
This is the 4th time Daryl has made a WPT final table. He has yet to take a title. He is looking to do it tonight.
He's going to move it up to 250 to go. Rainer Kempe.
From Germany, lives in Brighton, England.
Got this tournament through a satellite, will quickly fold.
Over to Brian Altman, who came to this final table as the big chip leader. He's going to muck this hand. Carter Swidler out as well.
Jared Mahoney, a poker pro out of Abington, Massachusetts. He's got queen, 6 of hearts.
And Vince, he had less than $1 million when this final table started in chip count. Now he's up over $5 million. Incredible.
Well, he's been making these moves you just can't believe, just bluffing with air.
Well, he's running so good, he's going to make the call here with the queen 6 of hearts out of the big blind. So let's see what flops.
All right, King Jack versus queen 6. And the flop is at ace 9-8.
No help to either player.
Check.
Jared's going to check, and Daryl checks right behind him.
Turn card is another ace.
Well, the ace of hearts comes off. This gives Jared a flush draw. He's going to check, though. And Daryl's thinking to himself, well, if this guy hasn't bet yet, my king high must be good. Let me just try to pick up the pot right here. He bets 350,000. With the flush draw, you just don't see Jared going anywhere. And he might have the best hand with queen high. He does make the call.
Hoping to hit a heart and hurt the fish. River card, not a heart, it's a 4 of spades. Jared's gonna check.
Daryl, who could just check it down and win the pot. He's gonna bet here, but must put his opponent on a small pair, hoping he can get him off of it by betting the king high.
725. We know, of course, Jared has none of that, but you never know what this kind of guy will do. Well, folds the hand.
So Daryl Fish going to take down that pot. Daryl Fish has 1.9 million in live tournament winnings. His biggest cash, 235,000. He can top that if he comes in first or second tonight.
Daryl lives in Hollywood, Florida. He's into yoga, meditating, healthy living. Great guy, a great poker player. On to the next hand, Jared Mahoney. First to act, he's got a king 9 of clubs.
And he's going to lay it down. Daryl Fish out as well. Over to Rainer Kempe. He looks down at the jack 7 of spade. He's on the button.
He has a reputation as a very loose, aggressive player.
He's going to make the min raise to 200,000.
600,000.
Brian Altman coming back over the top.
He's going to 3-bet here with the small pair. Going to make it 600,000 to go.
Carter goes out, so back on Rainer.
That's another 400,000 to make the call, but do you really want to call a re-raise with a jack 7?
Well, he's getting that raising chip. Oh.
He is 4-betting it to 1.3 million here.
Unbelievable, putting the pressure back on the little pair of 4s.
Well, Vince, I don't know how you can go any farther with 2 4s here.
I don't either.
And you made your move. Just didn't work.
Olman.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me?
Wow. I take it back. There's the move right there, the all-in bet.
Bluff over bluff, and Altman's going to show him 1 card.
Rainer Kempe now knows at worst he was even money to win that pot. That's the worst case scenario. You can see the steam coming off his head right now.
Think that one will be on TV?
I might as well show. You guys are going to see it anyways.
Show us all of them then.
It was a king, offsuit king.
There's exactly 4 cards it could be.
You have to sweat to see what the other one is. It's quite a shock.
Well, Daryl Fish then, there's only 4 cards it could be. One of the 3 remaining 4s or the ace that was suited with the 4. Nothing else. He's right.
So the thievery continues here at the Playground Poker Club. Rainier has raised it with ace-jack.
480,000.
And a re-raise by Brian Altman with just a 9-8. He's going nuts on us here.
Just incredible how fast these guys are playing at this table.
Back on Rayner.
Vince, it doesn't look like anybody is looking to move up in terms of payday. They're all looking to get that belt. They are playing for the W.
Rayner's going to make the call. Flop is a king, jack, 5, so Rayner catching jacks here. Brian with absolutely nothing.
Well, it goes check, check on the flop. Now a 6 comes off. You'd think Rayner would bet here now when his opponent checks, but he doesn't. He checks again.
Now Brian's got the inside straight draw.
425.
And he's going to bet 425.
I don't see Rayner going anywhere with 2 jacks here.
Jacks with a great kicker.
He's going to make the call.
Can Brian spike the miracle?
No, queen comes off.
Rayner checks, and now Brian
950.
is going to continue the larceny. He's going to take a stab at this 950,000.
The only way he can win it is to bluff at it, and he's sure trying it, Vince. What do you do now with 2 jacks? And you can just see the puzzled look on Rayner's face here. Just not buying the fact the guy's got kings. He checked on the flop. Would he really bet queens here for nearly $1 million on the river? You wouldn't think so. What does the guy have?
This would be an amazing call if he could possibly make it. So expensive, he's got to lay it down.
Give Brian credit there. Outplayed his opponent by betting on the turn and betting on the river to steal that pot. These guys are playing.
Carter Swidler first to act. Quick fold by him. Action on Jared. Jared also out. Daryl Fish now with the button, queen 10.
That's a big hand in this crowd.
Makes a raise of 250 into Rayner, and Rayner's got an ace 10.
All in. All in.
Wow, and he's gone all in for $2.7 million with just the ace 10.
They are playing fast. Brian folds. Daryl wants no part of that. Rayner going to take this pot with ace 10.
Well, Rayner's biggest live cash is $365,000. By winning tonight, he'll top that number. But he has had an amazing year, won over $750,000 this year, so he is running good and playing good.
Well, he's got 9s on this hand. He has raised to $200,000. Brian Altman taking a break. Carter Swidler, the local from Montreal, won't play it. And now Jared Mahoney, the 32-year-old, came in as the short stack with a 7-5.
And he's in the big blind, Vince. There's $425,000 in the pot, cost him $100,000 to call, and he does make the call.
So pair of 9s up against 7-5, and the flop is a 7-6 deuce.
So Jared is flop top pair, but could get him in serious trouble here, Vince, as his opponent has the overpair.
He's checked to Rayner. Rayner's going to make the continuation bet 180.
Raise.
He's going to take a shot here and check raise.
$700,000 now the bet. Now, Vince, because Rayner wasn't re-raised before the flop, you're never going to put him on an overpair higher than 9s.
Raise.
Rayner is going to try to punish him.
All in.
And this is the worst play he could possibly do at this point.
He has gone all in. So Rayner does make the call.
And Jared's in terrible shape right now.
Jared looking for a 7 or a 5 to take the lead. Vince, he went from worst to first place in chip count and will have less than $1 million in chips if he loses this pot.
Ace on the turn.
Jared must catch a 7 or a 5.
Otherwise, he'll be demolished, not out.
He'll be a limping gazelle, Vince, that's for sure.
Can Jared do it? Knock out his man. If it's done, it's a jack of spades. Not going to work out for Jared Mahoney.
So just like that, Jared Mahoney, who started in last place and went to first, is now back in last chip position again.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Lines are 60, 120. The Andes are going up to 20,000.
Well, action's on the chip leader, Brian Altman.
300.
Brian, a very good high school wrestler back in his day, now helps coach a high school wrestling team.
Well, he's raised with ace-8 to 300,000, and Jared Mahoney now with a little pair of fours. Jared on the short stack at this moment.
All in.
And he is going to shove all in.
Well, he is just shipping it with the 2 4s.
Daryl Fish swims away. Rayner not playing.
I call.
Back on Brian. He makes the call. They show the cards.
Jared Mahoney is racing for his life now. If the 4s hold up, he doubles up and stays alive. If not, he'll be out in 5th place.
Well, the graph shows Brian's the favorite. That's because Rayner mucked a 4.
Can Jared Mahoney get lucky and stick around?
Must win this pot to stay alive in this tournament.
Here come the first 3.
A 4 right on the flop.
Wow.
So 3 4s for Jared. He is going to double up here unless Brian hits 2 runners to make a straight.
10 or 6 first sweat. Just first sweat.
Well, the case 4 popping out there.
Going to the turn. Well, now he's got 4s full of 7s.
No sweat.
That'll wrap things up.
Well, the ace on the river meaningless, of course. Jared Mahoney going to double up there.
That's got to feel good from the man from Abington, Massachusetts.
Jared trying to claw his way back into this thing. He started in the last chip position. We started the final table. He went to first place. Then he went to a distant last again. Now he's doubled up. Who knows what might happen from here?
And he's an aggressive poker player, like all these guys at the table. There's no nits at this one. Back to the next hand, followed by Carter Swidler. Jared Mahoney now going to peek down, and he jack 10.
Yeah, Jared majored in finance, went to Bridgewater State University. Was on the tennis team there. He's trying to ace this tournament right now.
He likes his jack 10. It's going to go to 270. Darryll Fish with ace 10 will make this call. And now Rayner.
Folds the king jack.
850,000.
No, 850,000 to bet by Brian,
who has picked up queens, the ladies.
And Daryl looking at him like, are you making a squeeze bet here?
Well, he's pushed Jared out. And Daryl thinking this through, but no, he's going to fold it.
Well, Daryl reading him right there, giving up the ace 10. And Brian Altman extending his chip lead. There you see it. He's now up over 7 million in chips. Rayner Kempe in second chip position with over 6 million. 5 players left fighting it out for this title and that beautiful championship belt.
All right, play goes to Darryll Fish. He folds the hand. Rayner with ace 5. Nope, folds as well.
So over to Brian on the button. It's up against the 2 blinds.
It's got an attractive jack 10 of spades, suited connector.
All in.
Well, he's going all in.
Carter behind him with ace 9 of clubs.
I call.
We'll make this call. Let's see if Jared sticks around. Nope, he folds his king 10, so they flip him up.
Jack 10 suited, Jack 10 spades, ace 9 clubs.
Well, a bold all in there by Brian. He got looked up by Carter Swidler, who must win this pot to stay alive. Let's see if he can do it.
And the flop is a 7-4 deuce, so the ace high out in front. Carter looking good.
So far, so good for Carter. Just looking to dodge a jack or a 10 here, where he can double up.
Going to the 4th Street, and it's a jack. Oh, no.
But it is a jack of clubs, Vince, meaning that Carter has a flush draw. So any club, any ace is what Carter needs to stay alive. There you see Carter's girlfriend, Zoe, in agony.
3 of clubs. Coming at you.
The local has to pick this one off, otherwise he's out of here. Jack of diamond appears.
Tough luck there for the man from Montreal. Got his money in with the best hand. It didn't hold up. Carter Swidler out tonight in 5th place.
The fine player, a local. He has to leave the playground, but he'll take home 108,000 Canadian cash. He's going to call you a kingpin, too.
Pretty bummed out. I mean, I'm happy with 5th place money, but I would have liked to have gone deeper and taken down the title for Montreal, but it's the way it goes.
Now let's go down to the felt 4-handed poker.
Wonder if he'll take those belts and put them in the high school trophy case, Vince.
Quick fold by Jared Mahoney.
Now Daryl's going to raise it up here on the button with a king 7 offsuit. Makes it 275,000 to go.
Rayner folds Brian Altman with a pair of 6s.
All in.
And he is just going to say, all in.
Well, Daryl just can't stand the heat of an all-in bet right there. So that was big bet poker, power poker, pressure poker at its finest. And most of the time, your opponent can't stand the heat for his whole stack.
Oh, that is a takedown for the wrestler. And I like the way Daryl Fish plays fast. No Hollywooding. He just gets the heck out. Fold by Brian. Fold by Jared Mahoney. And Daryl Fish with ace 6 just calls. Rayner with an option. He says nope. Let's see the flop.
Well, Daryl likes to camouflage his strength of his aces, Vince.
Oh, and the flop is a 9-3 deuce, giving Rayner top pair of 9s.
Great flop for Rayner. Well, Daryl didn't raise before the flop, and now he's going to bet on the flop, even though it didn't hit him. 125,000.
Rayner hitting there. The 9s. Okie dokie call.
Now a 4 comes off, so a gut shot straight for Daryl. Because he didn't get raised, thinking maybe another bet will pick up this pot for him, so he bets 280,000 this time, but Rayner going nowhere. Makes the call again with top pair.
To the complete discomfort of Daryl Fish. Down to the river we go. Can Daryl spike it? Ace or a 5? Nope, it's a king.
Well, Daryl's got to be thinking, the guy called me on the flop and the turn. He must have something. Just going to check here and cut my losses.
No pair. Ace side.
They both check.
And Rayner going to pick up the pot with 2 9s. So Daryl Fish going south in terms of his chip stack right now. Well, the jacket's coming off now. He says, maybe I better get more serious. It's the 4th time he's been at a WPT final table. He's looking for his first WPT title, Vince. Predicted before this final table started that he would get it tonight. His highest finish so far, 3rd place.
All right, we have a couple folds on this one, and now it's Jared.
Raise.
With king high, he's going to make it 300,000 to go. And Daryl again picking up an ace. Ace 7 this time.
All in.
Well, he's only up against a small blind. He's moving all in over the top. Now, he does have Jared covered, so he wouldn't be broke even if he lost this pot.
It's gonna work. Jared has to go out. Daryl saying, forget that ticky-tack poker that I'm playing, small ball. Just shove.
Daryl Fish just not the kind of player you want to give chips to. You don't mind giving to a really aggressive player, Vince, because you have a chance to get it back. But against some players, when you give them up, it's just so hard to get them back.
Don't give action to the tight players. It frustrates them. Give action to the looser players.
Even if you lose pots to them, you have a chance to get it back.
Right.
Well, Vince, as the legendary WPT champion Doyle Brunson once said, you got to give action to get action. These guys are all giving it, Vince, no doubt about it, and they're getting it as well.
Action around to Rayner. He is going to call with ace 4.
400,000.
And now Brian Altman going to bluff with a 9-3.
It's like I said, Vince, they're giving it and getting it.
400,000 to go. Rayner's going to call. So amazing poker we're watching. Unorthodox craziness. Ace, queen, queen. Rayner hits the aces.
Well, Rayner checks. Will Brian make the continuation bet? He does not. Wisely so. Now a jack comes off. And again, Rayner checks. Will Brian fall in the trap? Nope, he checks again. He's just going to cut his losses here.
3 on the river. Now Brian gets a little piece of that.
Well, now Rayner's going to bet the aces up for 280,000.
Rayner can't take it anymore. He says, I want some value.
That's Brian now thinking maybe his threes and queens are going to be good here. Maybe the guy's just got 10-9 suited or something here. Maybe my threes are good.
Will he be curious and make this call? He makes the call.
Well, Vince, it's ironic. Brian was trying to cut his losses. He checked it on the flop, checked it on the turn, then made 2 pair, and decided to make a hero call. Didn't work.
Well, the antes are 20,000. Blinds are 60, 120. Action on Daryll Fish. Ace-7 will not play that.
Wow, surprised he would lay that down in a 4-handed game.
Rayner with a king-5. Decides to fold as well.
And 4 stacks of blue. Correct.
Brian Altman with ace-6 has an opportunity.
All in.
And he is going to push Jared all in. And Jared can't take the heat.
Folds the queen-8. So Brian Altman taking down that pot to extend his chip lead. Former high school wrestler looking for his 2nd WPT title.
Okay, into Rayner. He quickly folds. And now Brian Altman with an 8-6 of hearts.
And all the chips.
275.
He's going to get aggressive. Makes it 275 to go. And Jared Mahoney with the real hand. Ace-Jack of hearts.
Raised.
He says raise. He's on the short stack.
He's coming back over the top for 960,000. He only has 1.5 million. Just don't know why you wouldn't put it all in there.
Darryll and Brian go out. Jared Mahoney going to take down that pot. And like we said, he started out at the final table as the short stack went up to the chip leader. But now back down to the short.
280.
Just looked like Jared had a lot of chips left. Those blue chips are 5,000. The gray chips, 25,000. The pink chips are 100,000 each.
Okay, Brian's raised with 9-10. Couple folds, and Rayner now with ace-9. Let's see how he plays it.
Call.
Makes the call with the ace high.
These are the 2 chip leaders, 9-10 versus 9-ace, and the flop is an 8-4-4.
Now Rayner's going to check.
235.
Here comes the continuation bet by Brian. 235,000.
Call.
Vince Rayner's going to call him with the ace high. This feels like it might be the best hand. Indeed it is.
4th Street is a king of diamonds.
Well, again, Rayner checks. Will Brian fire another shell? No. He checks right behind him.
He's wising up. Down to the river we go.
Oh, and he's drawing, Vince. That's the only card he could hit to win this pot and have the best hand at 10 on the river. Wow.
Brian has hit 10s. Rayner checks into him.
360.
You heard it.
Well, now the value bet comes in, 360,000. Rayner gives it up. So Rayner called him when he had the best hand, folded when he had the worst hand, but Brian Olman stacking chips after hitting a 10 on the river.
His railbirds, his family and friends loving that moment, extending his chip lead.
Brian with 9.4 million in chips. Rayner in second place with 6.8 million. Then comes Darryll with 2.5 and Jared Mahoney sitting on about $2 million right now in 4 chip position. Action's on him. Looks down at a Jack 9.
And he won't play that. Darryll also going away. And now Rayner.
So the battle of the blinds here. Rayner picks up king high.
Call.
Calls with it.
And Brian with an uneventful 4-10 says that's fine.
Just doesn't want to get crazy with the guy sitting in second chip position.
The flop is a 5-3 deuce.
Well, Rayner has the gut shot straight draw. Brian has the open in straight draw. Rayner checks. And Brian is going to bet his drawing hand, as I think most guys would do in this situation when their opponent checked to them. I would. And Rayner going to make the call with the king high and the gut shot straight draw.
Going to the turn. What will it be? It's a 10 of diamonds.
Brian now has 10s. It is the best hand. Rayner checks.
450.
450,000 to bet now.
Now he can relax while he bets it. Rayner.
I don't know why he would call here out of position, because even if a 4 comes off where he makes a straight, if he leads out and bets, he's not going to get paid off.
It's a very, very loose call, to say the least. And the river card is a 5. Doesn't help Rayner.
Unless he's planning on trying to steal it at the river, but maybe he thinks his king high is the best hand. He checks again.
775.
Well, Brian trying to get a value bet in here of 775,000, about half the size of the pot.
And the German looking frustrated, probably upset that he called on the turn. Lays it down, Brian Olman with another hand, another nice pot.
A very puzzling call on the turn, in my opinion, by Rayner there, but here's Brian makes a lot of moves.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
And the antes are going up to 25,000, blind 75, 150, getting expensive here at Playground Poker. Action on Rayner. He's got queen 10. Makes it 300,000 to go.
Yeah, Brian Altman right behind him with an ace rag.
775.
3 bets it to 775,000. This is strategy based as well as hand based, that raise.
And Jared goes out. And Daryl Fish with a nothing hand, also full, so back on Rayner.
Brian well aware that the other 2 players are on a short stack. Rayner's in second chip position. Will he want to mess with the chip leader? Has to have a very premium hand to do it. So this is a strategic raise by Brian, and it worked out perfectly.
Yep, Rayner's got to lay that down.
This guy's taking total control of this game. He is the boss, make no mistake about it. And these guys know it. You're sitting at the table, you know who the boss is. Brian said wherever he cashes in this tournament, he plans to use the money for wine and cheese. Does that mean he has a nice winery in his house, Vince? Does that mean he's going to buy some wine and cheese to sell it at higher prices somewhere? Or does that mean he's just pulling our leg?
I think he's probably just really likes the drink. They eat cheese.
He doesn't look like a drinker.
Oh, yeah.
At all. Looks very clean.
Let's get back down to the felt and stop this nonsense. Action on Rayner again. Folds, and now Brian with a queen 6 of clubs.
Is that a stack of 10?
I have like 2.4.
All in?
He's going all in with the queen 6.
Jared Mahoney with a queen 10 on the short stack.
Vince, he's only got about 9 big blinds left. He's going to ship it right here.
Whoa.
He is making the call, and what a call it is, as he has his opponent dominated. It's queen 10 versus queen 6.
He didn't hesitate long. He just put the whole thing in with queen 10.
I know, and it's about $1.4 million, Vince.
So Jared Mahoney out in front. Let's see if his cards will stay out there. And the flop is a 10-10-9. That is great for Jared.
Yep, he's flopped 3 10s, Rin 10-10.
Turn card, it's a deuce, irrelevant.
Well, Brian drawing dead now. So Jared Mahoney doubling up here.
With the snap call, no sweat.
Well, Vince, with that double up, Daryl Fish now becomes the short stack. Remember, folks, it's $325,000 to play 4 hands of poker right now. So you've only got $2 million in chips. You are going to be forced to gamble very soon.
It's going to be on Brian Altman, WPT champion, going after his second title. He'll fold this.
Jared on the button with the 8-7 suited, going to raise it to $350,000.
Darryll goes out, and now Rayner also with an 8-7 suited.
Wow, they have the same exact hand.
Rayner got in this tournament through a $500 satellite.
All in.
He's going to push all in.
Wow, all in over the top with 8 high. Vince, I just don't see any way Jared can make that call for all his dough with just an 8 high.
And he can't.
He gives it up, so you got to salute Rayner for making a bold play there. Just a very nice all-in bet. Perfect timing. You just have to sense your opponent's not that strong to make that move.
And we move on, and Rayner Kempe now getting a real hand. He's got a pair of queens. And he will raise to $300,000. Altman with also a pretty solid ace-queen.
Well, Vince, we've seen him 3-bet and 4-bet with a lot less than this, so I'm expecting a raise here.
775.
There it is, $775,000.
Jared goes out. Daryl Fish won't play that.
So these are the 2 chip leaders, folks, and you could see a pretty good pot coming out of this hand.
Rayner, do you play it slow and just call? Do you raise? And he is getting out the raising chips.
Do you have any stacks?
Makes it a total of close to 1.9. That's like you want your victim. You don't want to chase him away in case he has nothing.
All in.
Well, he's going all in. Rayner's going to make the call.
Of course he is.
And he's going to love it. Comes up 2 queens. He knows he's over a 2-to-1 favorite to double up and take a monster chip lead. This pot has about $12 million in it.
Brian just couldn't put him on that big of a hand. Misjudged that one by a little bit, but he could still get lucky with this. Here we go with the flop.
And flop king 8 deuce with 2 clubs.
Not good for Brian.
Brian looking for an ace to take the lead.
Can Brian hit the ace and eliminate Rayner?
He can hit 2 runners to make a straight or a flush. There's one of them.
He's got a 3 of clubs.
Now Brian can win the pot with any club or any ace. So he has outs. Rayner trying to stay very calm.
River card is an 8 of diamonds.
So Rayner Kempe is going to take over the chip lead for the first time at this final table.
Complete reversal of fortune here at Playground.
Well, let's take a look at the chip count. Rayner Kempe with a massive chip lead. He's got over 12 million in chips. Brian Altman in second with 4 million. Jared Mahoney and Daryl Fish sitting on just over 2 million apiece. That's what they're playing for. The winner tonight taking home over 450,000 Canadian dollars.
Blinds are 75-150. Jared Mahoney, first to act, ace 4. He likes that hand in a 4-handed poker game, makes a raise, total of 350.
Jared's 32 years old from Abington, Massachusetts, been a pro player for 8 years.
Daryl Fish and Rayner Kempe from Germany out.
Call.
And now Brian Altman with the king 7 of hearts will make this call.
Brian, 26 years old from Longmeadow, Massachusetts.
And the flop is an ace 8-6. Aces for Jared and a 4 flush for Brian.
We could see some action here. Brian with the nut flush draw. Jared with top pair.
Brian's checked it. And Jared will bet this. 375 to go.
All in.
There you go.
Well, he has gone all in. And Jared's going to make the call with top pair. So Brian looking for some help to eliminate Jared from this tournament.
Jared came in the final table as the short stack, became the chip leader at one point, and now he's down to almost the short stack. He's out in front. Can his hand hold up? Here we go, 3 of clubs on the turn. That's good for Jared, still in front with aces.
Well, we are down to the river. Jared Mahoney will double up if he can dodge a heart.
That's all he's got to do. The 32-year-old of Abington, Massachusetts has to sweat this one. And he survives, jack of clubs.
He's going to win this pot and double up to stay alive.
This guy is good at all-ins. This guy, he learned from Zeno.
I lost from the 5-7. You didn't see the 5-7?
Well, that one could be excused.
Yeah.
But all the other ones were pretty normal. Zeno taught you well.
Well, there we see 3-time WPT champion Anthony Zeno. We know he's a great player. Vince, he's been coaching Jared Mahoney, so maybe the guy's a great coach too.
Yeah, it looks like it. 4 players continue here. Daryl Fish, quick fold. Rainer Kempe.
How much did you double up to?
2, 3, 4.
The chip leader at this point with a 9-10 will raise to 300,000. Brian gonna go out.
Now action back on Jared. He's got an ace deuce offsuit in the big blind.
He played tennis in high school and college. He was an accountant.
Raise.
Wow.
And now an excellent poker player. He's gonna make this $1 million to go.
He is gonna raise the chip leader here, Vince, with an ace deuce offsuit out of position.
And Rainier makes a nice fold.
Yeah, I just didn't want to jeopardize any chips right now. I don't blame him, Vince.
Daryl Fish this time has to let go at 10-7. Rainer also going away.
There's Brian Altman.
All in.
In the small blind, he moves all in with a jack-5 offsuit.
Count.
Behind him, Jared with king-6. Says how much is going to be?
Oh. Well, he has made the call with king high, and it's the best hand. So Jared Mahoney making a good call. Let's see how it works out for him.
Brian Altman, everything turned around. He got a little desperate, and now he's on the ropes.
Brian Altman must win this pot to stay alive, and he's got to outdraw his opponent to do so. Jared about a 3-2 favorite, as the cards lie, to win the pot.
Well, the flop is a 10-8-6, so 6 is for Jared.
Nine is spades.
Brian needs to hit a jack to take the lead, or 2 runners to make a straight or a flush.
Jared out in front, ready to break his man, but here comes a spade. The spade, of course, for Brian.
Now, Brian can win the pot with any spade, any jack. Nothing else will do. Must have help to stay alive. Brian Altman, his tournament life in jeopardy right now.
Taking a look at the last card. What is it going to be? It's another ace.
Another ace. That is going to do it for Brian Altman. Every time he was in an all-in situation, he lost every one of them. 0 for 4 out tonight in 4th place.
Well, he's a WPT champion. You got to respect his aggressiveness. Let's go talk to him.
To come in 4th is definitely a little disappointing. It was just a matter of me not making hands and them just having it too often. So I'm okay with everything.
Blinds are going up to 1 and 200, but you know, Altman's play early on, the moves he made, so impressive. Just wasn't his night, but he's one of the world's best, that's for sure. Fold by Jared Mahoney.
All in.
And an all-in by Daryl Fish.
On a snap call by Rainer with the ace-jack. So Rainer well out in front here. And there you see a lot of the guys on the side rooting for Daryl, their buddy.
Here comes the flop, 7-5-4. That's good for Daryl Fish.
He's hit a 5 on the flop to take the lead. So a great flop for Daryl.
And a king of spades on the turn.
Everybody laughing because Rainer now has a flush draw.
Oh, it sure does.
Rainer has the ace of spades, so he can win the pot with an ace, a jack, or any spade.
Daryl's got to sweat that last card. And it's a very safe 3 of hearts for Daryl Fish.
The fish jumps off the hook. He's swimming back in the water, Vince. He is safe for now. Now, finally a smile out of Daryl Fish. Nothing's gone right for him at this final table, but anytime you double up, it puts pep in your step.
He's a great player. 4 times at a final table on the WPT, but the championship title has eluded him so far.
Well, Rainer Kempe with the 2 snowmen. He's going to raise it. Makes it 400,000 to go.
Raise.
Jared behind him with ace-8 says raise. He goes to 1.2. Daryl goes out.
All in.
Rainer says all in.
Now what do you do with an ace-8? Jared Mahoney knows his tournament life is on the line. If he gambles this hand and loses it, he's up against the chip leader, just doesn't want to put it all in there right now.
He makes the laydown.
He's got a healthy chip lead over Daryll Fish, who's in 3rd place, and it's 110,000 more. Moving up from 3rd to 2nd place.
Well, this game can disappoint you so fast, just when you get cocky.
Yeah, just talk to Brian Altman about it. Here's a hand for you. 2 kings by Jared Mahoney. So happy he laid that last hand down now.
Saying maybe there's some destiny here.
400,000 to bet. The men raise.
Daryl Fish out.
And Rainer going to make the call.
Jack 8 versus pair of kings.
Well, flop comes 10, 10, 8. This a flop could get Rainer in trouble. He's flop 2 pair, but Jared with the overpair. And he is now going to bet 500,000. That Rainer's just going to call.
Going to the turn. It is a 7.
So possible straight out there now. Rainer with the gut shot straight draw. He's going to check 2 pair. And Jared is going to fire $1 million this time. Those pink chips, 100,000 each. He bets 10 of them. Can Rainer get away from this hand? He's got 10s and 8s and a gut shot straight draw. Wow, what a laydown there by Rainer Kempe, and a good decision it was, as he was way behind.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Rainer Kempe well out in front with 12.2 million. Daryl Fish in 2nd place now with 4.6 million. Jared Mahoney slips to 3rd place with just under 4 million.
Blinds a 1 and 200. Action on Daryll Fish.
He's got the 6-9 of clubs, opts to fold.
All in.
Rainer Kempe going all in with 2 5s.
Call.
Jared with the insta-call with the 10s.
So pair over pair, it's about as good a spot as you can be in when you're all in against somebody before the flop.
Jared Mahoney picking up 10s at the right time. Big favorite. Let's see the flop. Flops an ace, king, 7. Very safe for Jared. 10 still out in front. Rainer would love to spike a 5. Not to be. 3 of diamonds.
So we are off to the river. Rainer must catch a 2-outer, a 5, to eliminate Jared Mahoney from his tournament.
It's a long shot, but possible. Can he do it? No, it's a 6.
So Jared Mahoney doubles up. There you see Jared's brother Nick, his girlfriend Dawn, in the house tonight rooting for their man.
The former accountant, now coached by Anthony Zeno. Pretty impressive. He doubles up. Looking good here right now. He's got a queen, jack of spades on this hand.
That's a pretty good hand, playing 3-handed poker.
He'll make it 400,000 to go. Daryl goes out. Back on Rainer. Makes a call with the jack 10. Queen jack versus jack 10, and the flop is an ace, jack 9.
Well, both players flop a pair of jacks. Jared has him out kicked. Goes check, check on the flop.
Going to the turn, it's a queen.
So Jared now with 2 pair. Rayner has 2 jacks and an open-end straight draw. Action's on him, he checks. And Jared is now going to start betting 500,000.
Rayner going to stick around, of course. Open-ended with a pair of jacks. And the river card, no help for Rayner as a 3 of club appears.
Well, Rayner checks again. And 1.3 million is quickly bet by Jared Mahoney.
Jared wants the big payoff. Not going to get it. Rayner making a nice laydown.
Good laydown by him.
So Jared running good again.
Well, Vince, he's the chip leader once again. There you see it, 9.4 million. So there have been a few players in WPT history that have come from last place at the final table to go on and capture a title. I know Phil Locke and Tommy Vettis were 2 of those guys to do it.
Daryl Fish on this hand has the queen jack of spades.
Let's see if he can be as lucky.
Gonna make it 450 to go. Rayner out. Jared is gonna squeeze. Oh man, pair of aces.
He's just calling, Vince. Does not re-raise here.
Gonna try to disguise.
Wants to camouflage his hand. He's certainly done that by just calling there. Flop is 9-6-3 with 2 spades.
Daryl's got a 4 flush. Jared checking.
Got a 4 flush and 2 overcards. Certainly going to bet it here, 450,000, but I think you're going to see 2 aces. Check raise here.
Well, that would be the time to attack, of course.
He's going to raise it to 1.1 million.
All in.
There's the all-in, and there's the call.
So here it is, Queen Jack of Spade versus 2 aces. Jared a little disgusted that his opponent's got that many outs to win the pot.
Just one. Just one.
He's a slight dog. Right now he needs a spade, and he gets a spade! It's never easy.
But it's still not over. Jared has the ace of spade. If another spade comes out, he will win the pot.
Right now, Daryl has to avoid another spade. And he does so. 7 of hearts on the river.
So with that double up, Daryl Fish is our chip leader with 3 left, Vince.
Just incredible comeback for the Fish. He's gone from a guppy to Moby Dick. Can he finish? We're coming back with more action from the Playground Poker Club in just a moment.
Crazy game, man.
Jared
raised.
Going to raise it up here with the 8-7 of hearts to 600,000.
And to Daryl, who looks at 1 very strong card and 2 very strong cards. Ace-King.
Well, he's going to 3-bet it here. Looks like about 1.3 million.
Boom.
And Jared's probably not liking that too much.
All in.
Call.
He is going all in, just hoping that Daryl didn't have a real hand. Daryl does, makes the call.
Daryl in great shape to eliminate Jared from this tournament and be playing heads up for the title with a substantial chip lead.
Flop is a king, jack 5, kings for Daryl Fish.
Well, you see the agony, the look on Jared's face when he saw that flop. He knows he's got to hit 2 runners to win this pot now.
Going to the turn. Well, he gets 1 of them as the 3 of hearts appears.
Well, there is a heart. Well, Daryl Fish been around a long time. He knows it's never easy. You're always holding your breath. Daryl Fish needs to dodge a heart on the river. If he does, he'll be the chip leader playing heads up for the title.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Oh, no! A heart comes off. It comes running heart for Jared Mahoney to win that pot. Incredible.
We haven't seen a fluctuation like this in a long, long time on the World Poker Tour.
That's really brutal.
Well, Daryll Fish won that pot. He'd had about 13 million. His opponent would have had 8 million. Been playing heads up for the title. Now he's playing three-handed, and he's got half as many chips as both his opponents have. Wow.
Moving on. Daryl goes out. And Rayner now with ace-6 of diamonds, which is called in pair fours by Jared. Will make it 650 to go. I'm in a state of shock here.
All in.
All in by Rayner. Wow.
Wow, what do you do with 2 4s now? Best you can be in's a race. He's gonna let it go, Vince, because he's up against the chip leader.
He's back in action after that miracle draw out against Darryll Fish. Why not take a little rest? Don't jeopardize your chips with just a pair. Don't go into a race.
So once again, Rayner Kempe is the chip leader. Just back and forth we go. Jared gonna raise it on the button here.
All in.
Darryll Fish gonna go all in with a king-queen. And Rayner's got a pair of 8s.
It's raised by one guy, all in by the other guy. You've got nothing invested but the big blind.
So you like a nice laydown, huh?
It's the stick of play.
I mean, there is a chance the guy could have a small pair, but much better chance he'll have 2 overcards.
All in.
But he is going to go over the top all in.
He's gambling in my view, Vince.
Fair. Yep. Figured 7s or 8s.
Well, he's wincing now, but he should have recognized he's going to be in a race. I mean, obviously there's a chance that Daryl could have had 2 6s or 2 7s, but most of the time he's going to have 2 overcards or an overpair in that spot.
Darryll Fish just got terribly unlucky. Can he get lucky here? So far, so good. King, queen. Flops 2 pairs.
Well, that's why you don't want to race, folks, because you might lose it.
Darryll Fish, little revenge there. King, queen. 3 of hearts on the turn. No help for Rayner.
Rayner must catch an 8 on the river. Otherwise, Darryll Fish will double up and again take the chip lead.
Let's take a look. It's a king.
So Darryll Fish making the best hand possible. Vance, once again, from the bottom of the ladder to the top of the ladder goes Darryll Fish. He's the chip leader with 3 left.
I don't know why any of us play this game. It's like the stress. It's so, I guess it's what it's all about.
Action on Rayner. Folds a 6-7.
Raise.
Jared Mahoney with king 4 diamonds will raise. Darryll Fish has a real hand though, pair of 10s. Got the chip lead. And he will move it to 1.6 total.
And Jared quickly gets out of the way. Darryll Fish even says he's evolved as a poker player tremendously over the last couple of years. He's more patient, he's calmer, he's much more focused at the table than he used to be, and it's paying off for him now.
Was into health and yoga and lots of deep thoughts, and so that can't hurt your poker game. All right, moving on. Darryll gets out of the way, and now Rayner with just a 9-3 of diamonds.
All in.
He is going to get fancy with it and push.
Wow.
All in.
What a bold play.
Jared's got queen deuce, but can't play. He goes out. I mean, he could play, but chooses to fold. Nice play by Rayner.
And that worked out well for him.
Not waiting for the big hands. You can't do that in a 3-handed poker game. You got to have moves out here.
Grew up in Germany, now lives in Brighton, England. 26 years old.
He's got Jack 10 here, Mike, and he's going to make it 1.5 to go. Jared out.
All in.
Darryll Fish has picked up the ladies, pair of queens, all in. And a call by Rayner.
Well, he only had $1 million left, Vince.
He's pot committed. He's in there.
Queen, queen, Jack 10.
So here we go. 2 queens versus Jack 10. Darryll Fish, an 84% favorite to win this pot and be playing heads up for the title with a nice chip lead.
Let's see the flop. It's a king, Jack 6.
Queen.
He likes that flop. Going to the turn.
And a 5 comes off, so we're down to the river. Rayner must catch a Jack or a 10. Nothing else will do for him. Otherwise, he'll be our 3rd place finisher.
Darryll Fish in a great place. to knock out the German.
All right, here we go to the river.
It's a 10. Oh, no.
A nightmare draw out against Darryll Fish. Wow. The drawouts we've seen at this final table, Vince, I don't think we've seen droughts like this in the history of the World Poker Tour at a final table.
They're not making it easy, but it's happening. It's still happening.
Well, even though he lost that pot, Darryll Fish still the chip leader. But still, your stomach has got to be doing somersaults. It's like you just got thrown in the dryer and the guy put it on high blast. You're just going around in circles right now. Horrible. And how mentally strong do you have to be, Vince, to not go on tilt at some point? All you people at home, I know you're saying, it's not possible this can keep happening. Defies all the laws of probability. You're right. But it's happening.
Darryll is staying with a good attitude, though. I can't believe it. That's what you have to do if you want to be a champion.
Darryll Fish had one guy all in where he had hard heart to stay alive. He did it. He had the next guy all in when he had 2 queens against a Jack 10.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe what we're seeing at this final table tonight. Now, Jared, this time with ace-6 of clubs.
And he makes the men raise after some thought.
Darryll with a well-deserved break goes out, and now Rayner with a 9-7 of diamonds. Oh, he's going to push with it.
Bold play. Both these players have just over $5 million in chips.
Rayner trying to muscle him out.
Well, it's going to cost him about $4.5 million more to make this call, Vince.
Well, Rayner stole one earlier with a nothing hand. He's trying to do it again. Will it work this time? It will not.
Good call.
Jared has made the call. He's out in front with the ace high. If it holds up, we'll be playing heads up for the title. And Jared will have a slight chip lead, but let's see what happens here first. Rayner Kempe moving all in with 9 high. Can he get lucky to stay alive?
Flop is a 9-7 deuce 2-pair for Rayner. He takes the lead with 2-pair.
Well, Jared does have the nut flush draw with 2 clubs out there. But still, Darryll Fish just can't believe it. He sees the worst hand winning pot after pot
Going to the turn, will it be a club? It is a club.
It's a club, but it's still not over. Rayner can make a full house and win the pot. Needs to catch a 9 or a 7. And from what we've seen, it wouldn't shock me.
Well, it's a 5 of clubs. He's done.
That's going to do it for Rayner Kempe. He is going to be out in 3rd place. But Vince, all you can do is salute all 3 of these guys for the battle they put on here tonight at this final table.
He'll take home 195,000 Canadian cash.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Well, there you see the chip counts as we start heads up play. Jared Mahoney out in front with 11.8 million. Darryll Fish starting with 9 million.
The antes are up to 50,000. Blinds 153. Very expensive. Action on Jared.
Raise.
He's going to raise it with a 6-4 offsuit, a min raise to 600,000.
Darryll with a 5-6 suited connector makes the call, no raise. And here we go with the flop.
Yeah, flop queen jack deuce, no help to either player. Darryl's going to check, and here comes the continuation bet by Jared.
$500,000 bet.
And Darryll can't stand it. He's going to give it up. So Jared taking down that pot. And Vince, that shows you the importance of raising on the button, even with a junk hand. If you play it, you get the last bet in before the flop. You make the continuation bet. You win a lot of pots that way.
Seems so easy. Great to win when you have 6 high. Steal the pot. That's what poker's all about. Jared's going to raise with an ace-6 of clubs this time. Makes it 600,000. Darryll Fish calling with king 9.
And a good flop for Darryll as it comes king 8-6. He's out in front with top pair. Check. Jared's got bottom pair, and it goes check, check.
5 of clubs on the turn.
So after checking the flop, with the intent to check raise, I'm sure, Darryll is now going to bet on the turn. 700,000.
He's going to get action. Jared's calling this. Down to the river we go.
Now the board pair's 8.
So it gives 2 pair for Jared. Daryl Fish, of course, with the higher 2 pair. Daryl not afraid. Going to stick out another bet. Close to 1.3.
Well, Jared in a tough spot now. He knows all he can beat's a bluff, but good chance that Daryl could have it with the texture of this board. So he's going to make the call. So Daryl Fish takes over the chip lead.
Daryl Fish has made the final table 4 times. Will he become a champion tonight? We will see. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
Raise.
And we got a raise by Jared Mahoney.
Yeah, makes the men raise to 800,000.
Antes are 50,000. Blinds are up to 2 and 4. And to Daryl Fish, who has just a jack deuce.
Daryl going to make the call here. So we're going to have a flop. King 5 versus Jack deuce. The flop comes ace 7-4 with 2 diamonds. Daryl has flopped a flush draw and checks.
Yeah, Jerry gets none of that.
He's going to make a continuation bet of 700,000. 1.7 million in the pot. Let's see how Daryl's going to play it.
Well, the Fish is going to take the bait, makes the call. Going to the turn. Will Daryl hit his diamond? Not there. 10 of spades.
Daryl checks. Let's see if Jared will fire a second shell. He does not. He checks also.
Going to the river, and it is a 9 of diamonds. That gives a flush.
Diamonds comes off. A great card for Daryl Fish. He's got the flush. The question is, how do you play it? That means he takes his time before he acts here. Doesn't rush anything, especially at this critical stage of the tournament. Little mistakes could cost you a title right now. It looks like he's going to bet for sure, Vince. He's cutting out chips. And here's the number he's come up with. Looks like about 1.7 million. And obviously, Jared with no hand just folds.
Yeah, he's going to run away. Daryl's going to take the pot.
So Daryl Fish taking that pot to extend his chip lead. Looking for his first WPT title. This is his 4th WPT final table appearance. Can he cross the finish line and grab the belt to win this championship?
Action on Jared. He's got a pretty solid king-queen.
He's going to raise it here on the button. Makes it 800,000 to go.
Daryl Fish with a king 5 will stick around. So king queen versus king 5, and the flop is a king 7-6.
Now this could get Daryl Fish in serious trouble. Both opponents have flopped top pair. Daryl is out kicked. Just hard to get away from top pair playing heads up poker.
And Jared has bet 700,000. Daryl calling this. Needs a lot of help here. This could get costly. Turn card is a 7, pairs the board.
Now Daryl's going to check. And Jared might be fearful that Daryl made 3 7s on the turn. So he also checks. Now the 9 of spade comes off. So now possible straight, possible flush out there. Now Daryl checks again, and with that check, Jared feels like his kings up are the best hand, so he is going to make a wager here, 1.5 million. And it's just hard to get away from kings up here, I think. His opponent checked on the turn. You thought he'd have bet kings on the turn. He didn't.
He makes the call. You kept the pot size down. You paid that off, but could have been a lot worse.
Can't blame him for calling the way that hand was played. With that pot, Jared Mahoney takes over the chip lead in this heads-up battle. And you have to respect both of these guys. They conduct themselves well at the table. They don't whine, they don't moan. They take a beat, they just move on and play.
Daryl Fish calling. Jared with a 0-3 deuce of clubs.
Well, happy to see a flop.
It's an 8, ace, 5.
Well, Jared with a gut shot straight draw checks. Darryll with 2 8s. Have to feel like that's the best hand. You'd think for sure your opponent would have raised you if he had an ace in his hand. So Darryll bets 400,000. But look at this, the check raise by Jared Mahoney here with just a wheel draw. Darryll just not buying he's got an ace, Vince, because he didn't raise before the flop, makes the call.
Astute call by Daryl Fish. Big pot brewing and a jack of hearts on the turn. That's going to slow down Jared. He checks. Darryll checks behind him. River card.
My 10 comes off. Now Jared knows the only way he can win this pot is to bluff at it. He can't beat any 2 cards that Darryll might have.
He's got 3 deuce in his hand, but he's going to make a solid bet of 1.5 million.
About half the size of the pot. Now Vince, Darryll didn't believe he had an ace in his hand before. The guy checked on the turn. Could he have a 6-7 here? Wow, I'm surprised Darryll laid that hand down, Vince. I think if he loses this tournament, he'll look back at that pot and he'll say, you know, I should have called him with the 2 8s there. How could the jack and 10 would have helped that guy? It might have made him 2 pair, but sometimes you just have to look him up.
Blinds are going up to 250, 500 right now. Ace king here for Jared, getting the goods. Starting to get a nice rush going. He's going to make it $1 million to go. Min raise. Darryll Fish with an ace as well, but worst kicker, of course, with a deuce.
Look how things have turned around. Jared bluffed the last pot and won it.
All in.
All in.
Call.
Now he's picked up ace king against ace deuce, and they're both all in. Darryll Fish is at risk.
Deuce. I need 2.
Darryll wants to hear some quacking going on here. If not, it's over. Jared Mahoney's dream of winning the WPT title is right here on the line. If the ace-king holds up against the ace-deuce, he'll be our champion.
And here's the flop. It's an ace, 8-7. They both flop aces. Darryll Fish in a lot of trouble with the worst kicker, of course.
They can split the pot if it come ace-8, 8-8, 7-7.
Going to the turn. It's not a deuce. It's a 6 of clubs.
We are down to the river. Darryll Fish must catch a deuce on the river. Otherwise, he will be our runner-up.
He will be out, he'll be gone, he'll be swimming with the fishes, and it's over, 5 of clubs.
So Jared Mahoney's dream of capturing a WPT title comes true tonight.
Well, Jared Mahoney came in as the short stack. He is now the champion, taking home huge dollars. What an effort by him.
I would be an absolute not to feel amazing right now. I got 2nd out of 700 people. I mean, of course I wanted to win. It's a little disappointing to get so close and taste it a few times, but I mean, life is great. I got 2nd, won a lot of money. It's, you know, it's certainly a really good day.
And now let's talk to the WPT Montreal champion from Abington, Massachusetts, Jared Mahoney. You came to this final table in last chip position. You went on to win the title. That's been done very few times in the history of the WPT. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Feel ecstatic. Pretty amazing experience. Had a great time.
Congratulations to you. In addition to over $400,000 in cash, you also get a beautiful Hublot watch to commemorate your victory. And then you get your name etched on the WPT Champions Cup, which provides you an entry into the season-ending WPT Tournament of Champions. One more time, let's hear it for WPT Montreal champion, Jared Mahoney.